Big Game, Big Dance special gives you everything VSiN has to offer from now through April 5th for only $69. Get our daily best bet emails, special event betting guides, 24/7 video access, plus full access to VSiN.com data and analysis. It's one of the most exciting betting seasons of the year and one of our best deals. So sign up now at VSiN.com/big.
The big game is finally here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56, is giving new customers 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 or more and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. Not a new customer? Bet on Super Bowl 56 props instead. DraftKings Sportsbook offers a wide range of props throughout the big game. Take your shot at winning cash by predicting props like if a non-quarterback will throw a pass, fourth down conversions, total yardage, and so much more. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code BET1580 and get 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 or more and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. That's code BET1580 at DraftKings Sportsbook. 21 and over. Arizona only. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
The Renaissance Festival is back!
Weekends now through April 3rd.
Great shopping, a giant crafts market, new shows featuring sea fairies, mermaids, and merriments, non-stop feasting, and more. The Renaissance Festival is back.
Weekends now through April 3rd. Discount tickets available at Bashas' and Food City or Arizona.renfestinfo.com. Presented by Delta Airlines, Bashas', Food City, Pepsi, Budweiser, and Guinness.
Is there anything better than the sound of 3 races breathing life into a new NASCAR season? What about if it's at a state-of-the-art facility with stunning views of the Estrella Mountains and a famous, only one-of-its-kind hillside? Well then, you must be talking about Phoenix Raceway. NASCAR weekend at Phoenix Raceway, March 11th through the 13th. Get your tickets today at phoenixraceway.com.
Contractors, listen up. This is Bruce Jacobs. Are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go, serving all types of contractors of any size and license in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com.
8-Out presents Terrifying Jobs.
Bull Rider, take 2.
Today, we're talking with Clifford Maxwell, a rodeo bullfighter. His job? Distract raging bulls from going after thrown riders. Cliff, this seems like a really terrifying job. Why do you do it?
I love protecting the bull riders when they get bucked off.
How big are these bulls?
12 to 2,200 pounds of pure muscle.
You're not cowed by any of this, obviously. Is there anything that scares you?
Yeah. Distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by CBA and this station.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time
for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Wednesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the mobile Harman Solar Studio out here at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. That's right, high heels on 16, hair plugs at Rogaine everywhere. A lot of people here just trying to have a lot of fun and have a big old party. I can't help it. I see it. I say it. I can't help myself, Randy. Anyways, well, we're here today, tomorrow, and the next day. So anybody gets drunk enough, wants to take a poke at me, there's several people you can go through. I won't be involved with it. But it's a beautiful day out here, and evidently Aaron Rodgers was out here kicking the tires on becoming an Arizona Cardinal, if you believe some people. People have started to say, well, Kyler Murray didn't show up because he knew he couldn't reach the ball washer. I don't know really what the true stories are, but I just figured I'd just see in about 30 seconds how much crap can I say to aggravate lots of people. Anyways, we got a lot of stuff going on out here at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. We got a lot to talk about here on the show itself. My God, it's Aaron Rodgers himself. You guys weren't even kidding. Get that jersey off. Put on a Colts jersey, would you? Put on a Colts jersey. Join us. Yeah. That might not have been him. I'm not sure. He had the same dime store Jesus beard, and maybe it was him. Maybe it was him. By the way, guys, here on the YouTube, I can pick up the camera and give you guys a look if you want. First off, there's Radio Ron, the owner of the station right there. Hey. And then here's all the people who have had enough of this crap for one day and they're going home. That's right. Get Aaron Rodgers on the Colts. Why not? People want him on the Cardinals too, don't they? There you go. So people are. Somebody's got to fill me in because I've been sitting here all this time. Today was the pro. Right? Was that today?
Pro-Am, yes.
Today was the pro. Hey, what happened? Who won?
I have no idea.
I've been here doing this.
Yeah. Why don't we ask people walking by? I'll bet you nobody knows.
Right. Hey, who won the Pro-Am? Does anybody know who won? How many drinks deep are you? All of them. That is correct. Well, I'm sure we'll get that information here a little bit because Keon's working the goog. Did I hear a rumor? Is it a rumor or is it truth that Larry Fitzgerald hit a hole-in-one? Is that legend or is that?
I have not heard that. I have not heard that.
You think I would know because, well, I'm here, but the crowd is just immense, and we'll get that information here in a minute. We're over here, by the way. If you come to the Phoenix Open, we are part where you come in or where you go out. You can't miss this. We're by the Ford tent. There's all these Fords over there, and we're all, I guess we're stealing power from them too. That's what somebody was saying, but we're glad to be here. What's that? Steal it? Yes. Yes. Of course we stole it. We ain't messing around. Anyway, being by Ford, something interesting came up, Randy, and I don't know if this is going to be I don't know if this is going to be a thing you like or don't like.
Okay.
Well, you know how nobody under the age of us can drive a stick? Nobody under the age of us can drive a manual transmission. Well, Ford recently filed a patent for a manual transmission that comes with an optional clutch pedal, so you can use it to shift gears or not shift gears. So it's assisted thing. It's not like a legit clutch. It doesn't directly control the transmission like a normal clutch does. It would connect electronically and send a signal that tells your car to do it. So is it real? Is it not real?
It's not real.
How you felt about that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's not the real manual transmission. Come on. That's snowflake transmission, what that is.
Yeah, that's what they should build that as, snowflake transmission. You'll still be able to dump the clutch, they say, though. Does that make it better?
But it's still largely automatic. So, it's automatic.
Well, they're saying this might be a feature on the next Mustang or Bronco, but it's just speculation right now. So it's like it's so you can pretend. It's like Lisa Simpson's steering wheel in the front of the car.
Yes.
It doesn't really do anything.
That's exactly right, yes.
But you feel cool having it. Today is it's National Chocolate Day and National Pizza Day, by the way. National
Pizza.
Chocolate National. I figured that the February 14th would be that because it's Valentine's Day. But what the hell do I know? But listen, if anybody's interested later, there's a bunch of places having big deals on National Pizza Day, freebies and stuff like that. I'll share some of that with you. I have no idea what those guys are saying. I can't hear them. It's Montana Day, and you're here. That makes no sense. If it's Montana Day, is it Joe Montana Day? Oh, the real Montana. I like Montana. I might like to live there or something. Then to be me and 7 other people. I'm all for it. What do you mean I'm not invited? I am a manly man. I could make it.
Jeffrey, these guys have said that they're obviously Randy's friends.
Oh, these are friends of Randy.
Yeah, they wondered what
kidding.
happened to him.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
He was here for a minute and then he was gone. And I promised Randy I wouldn't say anything, but I tend to be a little transparent.
Yeah, what happened?
It sounds like my friends here 1 minute, gone the next.
Well, Randy was, of course, this year invited to the owner's tent.
Uh-huh.
And,
Oh, great. He got the invite again, and I didn't.
Yes, he did. But just true to form, there was some bad behavior on his part. And You
we
can
still
see
don't
now
know
he's
the whole
not
story.
here.
We still don't know the whole story of what happened
Yeah,
last year in the owner's tent with you, Randy,
Yeah.
a couple of years ago.
Well, I'm sequestered at my house. Does that give you an idea of what happened in the owner's tent?
Yeah.
All right, just to answer one question, it'll give us an idea. Are you wearing an ankle bracelet?
I can neither confirm nor deny those statements.
Well, Ron, do you want to shed some light on it for us? I mean, it's been a couple of years. Isn't there a statute of limitation here?
Well, let me just say that Randy has a certain perimeter that he's allowed to, travel, and it's
Yeah,
about 50
my
feet.
front door.
All right. So what did he do? Come on, tell us what he did.
I really can't. I don't want to embarrass talent, and of course I took Randy in there in good faith, and and he, next thing you know, he got in a fight with someone about beer can chicken, and then it just kind of blew up from there.
Oh, dude, that is a sore spot for him. The beer can chicken.
Yeah, you start arguing about my meat. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to stand up for my meat. I mean, my meat stands on its own, but come on, I've got to stand
That's
up
right.
for my meat.
Yeah, if you're going to stand up for anything in life, it should be your meat.
Yeah.
Whether you're grilling it, making beer can chicken, or other things. So
Exactly.
no,
That's
I
right.
understand that, but you listen. I'm Irish. I could go into the owner's tent twice and never have a problem. I don't know what happened to you, Randy.
You're not allowed to go in the owner's tent. Yeah.
Why am I not allowed to go in the owner's tent? I didn't do anything.
I may have ruined it for anybody else going with Ron into the owner's tent.
I think that's why Ron is here right now.
Yeah.
Because he's not allowed to go in the owner's tent.
Well,
anymore.
I figured I'd give him a second chance, and he's kind of a popular guy. At first, everyone was happy to see him, and then it
Yeah.
just kind of came unglued after that.
Mhm.
All right,
I
well,
don't.
I
I
don't
don't know
think
what
we're-
happened. Yeah.
I don't think we're any closer to knowing
He
the truth.
doesn't
or not.
remember what happened. That's why he went home. And thank goodness you took a nap.
See,
Thank
yeah,
you.
that's the thing. We're going to have a video crew follow people around on the next one because I'm just bummed I didn't get to be there. Well, anyways, we were out here. By the way, we're over also by the Phoenix Suns tent here at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. And last night, they won another one. They held off the 76ers, Sixers 114-109. They now have 44 wins. The Suns are the best team in the NBA, period. But Joel Embiid versus DeAndre Ayton. Joel Embiid talked a lot of crap when DeAndre Ayton got drafted. We thought last night could be a battle of the Titans. And, well, you were half right. Joel Embiid with his 34 points and 12 rebounds. That was nice for the Sixers. But DeAndre Ayton, hell was he? He had 10 points and then 6 rebounds. What happened there? Did he shrink because he was intimidated by Joel Embiid? I mean, what was that? I thought he was playing for a max contract. The hell happened?
It really didn't look like he was intimidated by Joel Embiid. It really just looks like their roles on their teams are very different. The offense of the Sixers runs through Joel Embiid. It does not run through DeAndre Ayton in Phoenix. That Devin Booker.
Well, I
and
think
Chris Paul
after last night, the Phoenix Suns should give Joel Embiid a max contract right in front of DeAndre Ayton. Can you guys do that? Just show him. Say, see, this is what you get.
Trade deadline's tomorrow, so maybe we can get a deal done. Ayton for Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid is an MVP candidate. There's a difference in between the two of them, and that doesn't mean that DeAndre Ayton isn't worthy of a max type contract. It means that he's not an MVP caliber player, and that's okay.
Again, I like DeAndre Ayton, but I want to see more from him. I want to see more aggression. I want to see more elbows. I want to see more sweat. I want to see him working harder than anybody else. Show the Suns you are absolutely 100% worth a max contract. But last night, you'd think you'd rise to a challenge. Joel Embiid's there. You're there. So, yeah.
Well,
what happened?
He's playing within the offense that he's playing within, so he's not going to put up those numbers, those points anyway. And then on the defensive side, I thought he was, standing in front of Joel Embiid, challenging on every shot. But Joel Embiid's a really damn good player. He's knocking down mid-range jumpers and threes. The hell is he supposed to do?
He's okay.
Well, he's supposed to be a really damn good player, too. Love DeAndre Ayton. Want to see him play for that max contract harder than we're seeing right now. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong there. I don't.
You're damn right you're not.
I don't completely disagree, but I do. When I see DeAndre Ayton, I don't see a guy that's shrinking or not trying or not giving a ton of effort. That's just not what I'm seeing.
You know, I see it in the stat sheets. So whatever. 888-368-1580. Listen, the wind is blowing stuff around here on me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I got there we go. Thank you. Hey, Radio Ron is hanging out here with me at the tent. And it was funny. We were talking about the Suns. Was it DeAndre Ayton that kind of dinged one of your parlays?
Yeah, I know you guys have been talking a lot about sports betting, and I've kind of indulged this from a research perspective, and tend to spend a lot of time seeing all the possibilities. I personally like to do some of the individual player prop parlays, and unfortunately, DeAndre Ayton let me down yesterday. I had 7 out of 8 on 2 different parlays. Hit everybody. Hit Booker. Hit Paul, and I think DeAndre had to get 8 rebounds, and he only got 6.
Yeah, that's even for him, you expect to have more than that. So
I say trade him.
After last night, Ray Duran has been like the king of me these texts to have like 17 different things, and he hits on them, and it's amazing. And I'm like, ooh, that is brave. That is a brave thing to do. Then he says, no, well, listen, if you just bet a little bit, but you make it a big parlay, then you have a chance of hitting a nice chunk.
I lose 9 out of 10 parlays on average, but the one that I hit makes up for the 9 I lost.
It's got to be, I guess there's a mathematical strategy to that I got to figure out.
I'm the numbers guy, right?
Yeah. Well, the good news is the Suns win. The bad news is the Coyotes went ahead and lost to the Canucks. No surprise they're moving on.
Yeah.
So, Keon, you want to fill us in? Did you go ahead and get the information on the Waste Management Phoenix Open, the things that are happening right here?
Yeah, I'm trying to still find the Pro-Am stuff, and that's not as easy.
All right,
to pull
hold
up
on.
as-
Hey, who won the Pro-Am? Does anybody know who won the Pro-Am? Oh, it's still going on. Oh, it's still going on. Well, that's
Okay.
why.
And they're not going to post the
there you
results
go.
while it's happening, I guess.
I don't know where that voice came from, but I was glad to hear it. Fed Fan is on the text line and says, hey, Radio Ron, how's your biker gang doing? Oh, it's the Sons of Apathy electric biker gang. They do wear assless chaps, and they do wreak havoc and terror all over Scottsdale.
Yeah, the assless chaps go really well with my members only jacket.
So
they gave me a break today. They knew I had to work, so we had to take a break, and I think they're all napping right now.
The initiation, I'm pretty sure, has something to do with. I'm pretty sure a calculator or a protractor.
We ride like the wind.
Like
we
the
ride
wind.
like the wind.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mr. Pringle says,
All the way to the bar.
Radio Ron, will you be in a kissing booth out there? Just say no. Just say no. No, just say no.
Look at this.
What's that?
His
Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Lost Toby says, I lost a 5-leg parlay on the over 210 on Warriors game. Final point total 208. Ooh. And Hefty Lefty says, Amy Bockerstedt won the Pro-Am like she has every year by raising money for Special Olympics. Very nice. Jake the Snake says, man, these Suns, lifelong Suns fan, 45 years. And, this is the best team we have ever had, in my opinion.
Here, here.
Yeah, I mean, looking good so far again this year. Well, let's just see what happens. I mean, getting over the top of the team they're playing next. That's the thing. Finishing them off in the finals against the Greek Freak. Let's see. Mars Bars 805 says, happy West Coast Whiskey Wednesday, guys. Stop giving Randy a hard time. He deserves a nice drink, and go Duke, he says. Pour yourself a nice beer there, Randy.
Thank you. Oh, a beer. Yeah, I was pouring a whiskey in honor of Whiskey Wednesday.
Well,
Like he needs more.
And King of Kenton says, yeah, I'm not reading that. I got to come back around to that. That was filthy. Big George says, hello, gentlemen. Happy Wednesday. Sounds like Jeffrey's at a bar with a bunch of drunks. Yep. Just another day at the old Phoenix Open. You are correct, sir. Mr. Pringle says, you want to know if I was in the kissing booth? No, I am not in a kissing booth. I have gotten this far in life without herpes, and I'm not kissing any of these people. I just like to get the rest of the way, please. Thank you. I actually got a round of applause. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. How the hell did he do that? He looks like a guy who'd have herpes. I sound like I have herpes. Give us a kiss. That was a dude, by the way. All right. So, guys, we got lots of stuff we can and should talk about. Don't know if the Olympics is one of them. I mean, we finally won a gold medal, and we're down in 17th place, right? So, was there any new Olympic?
It's not been a very profitable Olympics for these United States, Jeffrey. Not at all.
Yeah, it's it's not been great for us. Of course, 36-year-old Lindsay Jacobellis, her name is my name too. She won a gold medal in the snowboard cross, whatever the hell that is. But why are we not doing so great? That's what it's called. I'm not making that up. It says snowboard cross. It's her fifth Olympics and her first gold. So the hell's going on with us in the Olympics? We used to own this stuff.
I don't know, man. I think it's some sort of a plot by China to make sure that we're sequestered and we don't shine, and that and that we can't be dominant like we normally are.
Well, there's a lot of weird stuff. First, finding out that photograph of those nuclear cooling towers right by the ski jump, that bleep was real. I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, it was apparently a shut down coal plant, but still, why would you put that there? All the places
it looks like that nuclear power plant. So, and you got some ladies, 5 women got disqualified from mixed team ski jumping because they said that their clothing was too baggy. The same stuff they wore to qualify, the same stuff they had worn for more than a few times. Now they're like, no, it's too baggy. You've got too much of an edge. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe there might be a little corruption with the judging in the Olympics. I'm not saying that's why the Americans are so far behind.
Corruption in the Olympics? You don't say.
The Olympics are corrupt?
Huh.
And then, Randy, here's something that happened that made me think of you. Somebody was doing a board flip instead of a bat flip. A snowboarder, I guess, got a medal and did a Batista bat flip.
Well, I mean, that's okay. As long as it's not a bat, it's all good.
I wonder if that would break the snowboard. It can't be good for the snowboard.
It could, yeah.
But this Canadian was so happy he got third place. I don't think I would do a bat flip or a board flip on third place.
Well, you get a medal, especially in these Olympics, and it's somebody other than the ROC or China getting a medal. Come on, you got to be elated to get a bronze medal.
And man of the day, by the way, at the Olympics is referee Slashhead. I'm sorry.
Slash is a man of the day at the Olympics?
No, I still have a little COVID cloud going on. There's a referee who got slashed in the face and bloodied by Amanda Kessel. Amanda Kessel was like a little bit lazy with her stick, and she spun around and took this gal right in the mouth. Her name is Sienna Leifers, actually. And she grabbed her face. She was bleeding. She went off, got treated, came back out, and she reffed the rest of the game. So, and that was a nasty gash and cut to the face right there. So, man of the day, Olympic referee. Maybe we shouldn't do that because all the officiating there is probably dirty, right? I mean, that's pretty tough. Okay, let me just do it this way. She came back like a champ, and she corrupted the Olympics, with her whistle.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe that's just not working.
Acceptable, yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel so good about her being man of the day. It was a good idea at the start. So,
yeah, well, she did get slashed, so.
Another thing, we're done with the Olympics. You can go ahead and turn that off.
Oh, okay.
Something else I wanted to share with you, Randy. We're talking about Trevor Bauer. He will not face any criminal charges. So that'll be interesting. Will all be forgiven or not? Let's talk about that when we come back. We're broadcasting live at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. And we're going to be here the rest of the week. Come on out and see us, say hi. And we will be back right after this on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
Arizona and Arizona State basketball will next play on Thursday. For number 4 Arizona, they will play at Washington State. For Arizona State, they match up against Washington. We do have 2 games tonight in the Pac-12. Number 21 at USC playing a non-league game against Pacific. USC favored by 19, and number 12 UCLA favored by 7.5 as they play at Stanford. In the NBA tonight, the Suns and Sixers play in Philadelphia. Philadelphia favored by 1.5 on their home floor. The over-under at 217.5. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to sing it.
We're singing words now.
We'll even sing the business part.
Save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive.
Now, that's a commercial you'll remember, even if you don't remember the bundle and save with Progressive part.
We're singing a commercial.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
This is the end of the jingle. A jingle about insurance.
Without education, poverty follows a family one generation after the next. But College Bound AZ provides educational pathway to students starting in the 7th grade and turns dreams into degrees. Your support provides laptops and other things to ignite that journey. To help, Chicago Fest West happens Saturday, March 19th at Mesa Convention Center, and the proceeds benefit College Bound AZ. It's a celebration of Chicago during Cub Spring training through music, food, a classic car show, and more. Get your tickets at chicagofestwest.com today.
We're on a mission to connect every Arizona service member, veteran, and their families to the support and resources they deserve. If you or someone you know needs assistance with benefits, health care and wellness, employment, or housing, visit connectveterans.org or call 866-4AZ-VETS right now to learn more. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veterans Services, and Arizona's Be Connected partners.
College basketball is on the Fanatic. Are you ready for the madness? GCU is charging through the WAC on a collision course for the big dance. Catch their games live on the home of GCU basketball. We catch up with the best the NCAA has to offer. When it comes to college basketball, we are your home for all the action. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on this Wednesday as we broadcast semi-live from the Waste Management Phoenix Open out at the TBC Scottsdale. Jeffrey O'Brien back in just a second. I've got to tell you that I'm getting set to lay some money down on this on this Super Bowl, Jeffrey. The line really hasn't moved, buddy. The line hasn't moved yet. Still plus 4.5 for the Bengals, and I might take that. I like the over/under bets. I've been working on that kind of angle here recently, and I think I might have to do that this coming weekend. I might have to lay some cash down and see what I can get. Plus, there's about a ton of Super Bowl prop bets that you can get at FanDuel when you download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Go to your favorite store, whether you have Android or an Apple device. Get your FanDuel Sports app, download it right away. And there's a couple of reasons why, because there is now an opportunity for new people that are registering to get 56-1 odds on the Super Bowl. If 56-1 odds on Super Bowl 56, when the Rams take the field against the Bengals this weekend, you could have placed a bet at 56-1 odds, meaning you could turn $5 into $280 cash, not credit, cash. So sign up with promo code Randy1580, and don't forget that FanDuel is the market leader, America's #1 sports book. It's easy to use. It's easy to place your bet, fast payouts, and legitimate official sports betting partner of the NFL. Use promo code Randy1580 on the FanDuel Sports app the official betting partner of the NFL. Remember, you've got to be 21 or older, present in Arizona. Refund issued as a non-withdrawable site credit. And my screen just moved, of course. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager designated offer market. Max bonus $280. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
All right, we are broadcasting live from the Harmon Solar Studio on location. That's right here at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of an echo, guys. That's our speakers, and we're all in separate locations. But I'll tell you what, if you are coming out to the Open, be sure and come by and say hello and all that kind of stuff. We're broadcasting all day. Bruce Jacobs and Dale Hellestray in the morning. Big Steve in the main event in the middle of the day. Jim Rome is he's out at Radio Row in LA this week, but we've got him in the midday. And of course, we've got some great shows in the evening that have to do with exactly what you were just talking about, sports betting. Sports betting is legal in Arizona. Hooray, hallelujah, and all that jazz. And yeah, we're having an awful lot of fun making bets, and learning this. I mean, I've never done this before in my life, and I'm pretty happy. I've been taking it very slow and easy, and I've actually doubled my money already. So yeah, I'm not doing ridiculous bets or anything, and I am by no means a guy that you should take any sort of betting advice from. But I just, except for to say, if you're reasonable about it, you take it nice, take it easy. Every now and then do a fun one, but for the most part, keep to a certain plan, like Josh Applebaum tells us. It's a fun, positive thing. Just don't let it get out of control. Speaking of out of control, Randy, old Trevor Bauer, turns out he's not going to face any criminal charges from his allegations of sexual assault. The DA has said, nah, I think we're okay with this. I guess he says there's just not enough, to prove the relevant charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Does this mean he will be absolute forgiven, or is Major League Baseball going to still sanction him?
Well, Trevor Bauer is still facing possibly being disciplined by MLB. They have a code of conduct in their league, and so the commissioner, I'm sure, and the disciplinary committee will be reviewing this to see if he's worthy of having some sort of discipline placed his way. The thing about is he was on administrative leave, Jeffrey, so he was paid by the Dodgers the entire year.
So I think Trevor Bauer is a friggin' dirtbag. But what I don't understand is how, though, can Major League Baseball be tougher on him than the actual law? If no law had been broken, if they have decided there's nothing to charge him with, we got to set him free. Turns out, just misunderstanding, whatever the case, they're letting him off the hook. Then why is Major League Baseball going to step in and do anything? I mean, and I'm asking that question, understanding I think Trevor Bauer is a friggin' dirtbag.
I think that Major League Baseball would simply has to have a lower standard of evidence than what would happen in a court of law. The court of law, if you think that you can, if you for whatever reason you don't think that you can get him charged with anything beyond a reasonable doubt, then the district attorney's office might think that this is a waste of time and they back off of it instead of pursuing it. Whereas Major League Baseball doesn't need all of those standards. We just need to go, okay, we suspect you're a dirtbag, so we're punishing you. And that's pretty much all it takes. The NFL does a similar thing.
And Major League Baseball, much like the military has, their own code of conduct clause that they can review anything that comes out in the public and is tried in a trial. They can say, oh, you know what? Maybe the public trial or the public judiciary system did not take care of this, but we're going to levy a discipline against you for these actions that affect our code of conduct clause. So sort of like a court martial in the military. I can say it.
Well, I guess when I see Major League Baseball or the NFL or whoever come after somebody after the fact that there was no charges, then you're like, okay, does that mean that the DA blew it? Did that mean that, what I'm saying? It's kind of confusing, but all right. So does Trevor Bauer continue to be a Dodger? Is he all forgiven? Are they bringing him back? Or you think that they're going to, throw at least their book at him?
I don't know what the contract structure is for Trevor Bauer. We'll have to wait and see what MLB says, and if they go ahead and discipline him, which would give the Dodgers an out. and they would release him from this contract. I think they probably will anyway. I mean, because they've paid him for an entire year. They got a couple of months of use out of him. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out.
I wonder if any of the people walking by right now saw Larry Fitzgerald out there. Did you see Larry? Did you see Larry? Could you ask him to come over here? I got some questions for him. No? Yeah, this guy goes, me too. Yeah, when are you coming back? So I guess Larry Fitzgerald was out there, and he was saying he hopes everything works out for between Kyler Murray and the Cardinals and all that. Did anybody ask him if he's retired yet? Because he hasn't said anything.
Somebody did ask him if he was retired.
And what was the answer?
Basically, he said no. He's not retired.
Seriously, he said no.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pull up the article that I read.
I said
earlier.
Larry Fitzgerald, not Kyler Murray.
That is correct.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're straight on that.
He's never retired.
All right. Well, maybe there's a chance he might come back. I don't know. I guess we should just leave him alone. We should just leave him alone and be happy. Hey, Ron, do you have $450 million laying around somewhere?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I'm watching the departure parade here.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. I want to interrupt you.
Hi.
Well, there's a couple of things going on right now. I guess Byron Allen. Remember him from Real People? He was a comedian. Byron Allen. He's I guess he's got $450 million because he produces a lot of shows. I had no idea this guy was doing so much, but he stepped up and said he's making a bid to own the Denver Broncos.
What?
And yeah, and of course they're thinking that he's going to be a part owner, but might be a lead owner, which would make him the first African American lead owner of a team. And I think we're that's way overdue. But I just never thought Byron Allen was very funny, and then I realized he made his money based off of producing other people who were funny. I guess.
Well,
do you guys know who I'm talking about right now?
Yeah, yes, I know Byron Allen. I know exactly who you're talking about. But if he only got assets of $450 million, I don't think he's going to liquidate all of his assets to become the lead owner. But it sounds like he knows a lot of people that have money, and I think it would be wonderful if he did take over ownership of the Denver Broncos. I think it'd be a lot of fun and see what he can do with that team.
Poor Keon sitting there going, it'd be wonderful to take over ownership of the Washington Commanders.
I mean, listen, you had to come out and say it. I was trying to keep that to myself.
You got to see all these people trying to buy all these teams, and poor Keon sitting there just kind of looking sad, by the way. He's like a kid who wasn't allowed to go out and play. Just like, that could be me.
Yeah, just give ours away. I don't know. I don't care what it costs. Somebody just take the team from this guy. We don't have to go down the rabbit hole of it. Why do that?
Does anybody on the text line or even anybody out here remember Byron Allen from Real People on NBC? Yeah. It was some chucklehead named Skip, and then some lady. And then I remember Byron Allen. Yeah. And outside of that, I never heard from him again until just now. So, but good for him, man. He went out and made $500 million. Do it. He's only 60 years old. Not bad. 888-368-1580. Let's get to the text line real fast and get caught up. Hefty Lefty says, while you're out there, Jeffrey, could you do me a solid and keep your eyes peeled for a left-handed one iron? Bubba Watson would be a good place to start. I will not steal clubs out of the bags of the professional players at the media tent, because that's where they line up all those clubs. I am not stealing clubs. You can forget it. So don't even ask me again. Fish Tank says, how long are you planning on using the COVID fog as an excuse for your memory, Jeffrey? A long damn time. Because, I mean, it's either that or admit that I'm drunk all the time. I mean, the boss is like within 10 feet. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, tell all of us out here in Blender Nation, did you guys get put in the direct sunlight like you thought? Well, right now, here, I'll show you the camera. On the camera, you can see all the nice people. Hello, nice people. There we go. There you go. The sun is just getting closer. It's starting to hit. So any moment now, I'm going to be sweating bullets. It's like 80 degrees out there. So yes. So there you go. Here's all these, the fine, these people, these are good people walking by. The people that they put on hand trucks and stretchers, those are the real drunks. And when they come by, I'll show those guys to you too. So Moist One, maybe I shouldn't read his text yet till all these people go by. Later, guys. Lost Toby says, woo, just got an offer letter for a new job. Going to be a salary increase of 38%. Drinks on Lost Toby, everybody.
Yeah, no kidding. Fantastic.
Wow, a raise. A raise. Did you hear that, Radio Room? This
Sounds
guy got
nice.
a raise.
These 1580 coasters make really good frisbees. We're finding out here.
I could say anything right now in Radio Ron, but no, because he's just throwing crap at drunks. Let's see. Big Kev says, good evening, guys. Just got off work. I'll take a cold beer, Randy. Is the show on YouTube stream? Yes, it is. And on request, I'll show you a video of all the people going by. Baker's Cocky Hen says, I know Byron Allen from that show where he has 4 comedians chit-chatting. And no, Byron Allen's not funny. But you know what? He's a good producer and he's made a lot of money. Navy Brad says, Jeffrey, you've named your dog yet? I still have COVID fog for 14 months now, by the way, everybody. We're probably going to just call him Buddy. It's just Buddy. I mean, that's what we just sort of been calling him. We're waiting for a better name, and we just don't have one yet. Hefty Lefty says, I never said anything about stealing. I'm thinking about a player not liking that club after a miss and maybe deciding to give it a fan or spectator or you, Radio Pal. I wouldn't ask you to steal. I would steal for the 4th mention. I would, but not on day one. Not on day one. All right. I guess it's time for a break, right?
It is.
Yep, it is. You guys are awfully quiet.
Well, I thought we were going to go to the.
Not you. I'm talking to these guys. You're never quiet. You've never been quiet a day in your life, lady. You know that. And he agrees. The husband agrees with me. All right. Let's take that break. We'll come back. We have a choice of things we can talk about. Miscellaneous NFL. We can talk about a big old steaming pile of Tom Brady. We can talk about a big old steaming pile of the upcoming Super Bowl. Whatever you guys decide is fine by me. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2022 Winter Games, sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. The United States will look for its second gold medal of these Winter Games as Nathan Chen returns to the figure skating ice tonight in Beijing. Chen will wrap up competition in the men's singles with the free skate. In the short program portion of the competition, Chen set a world record with a score of 113.97. Yuma Kageyama of Japan was second, almost 6 full points behind Chen at 108.12. Skating begins at 8:30 Eastern time tonight. Chen is slated to skate at the end of the program. And the first gold medal for the U.S. in Beijing was secured by Lindsey Jacobellis in the women's snowboard cross last night. At age 36, Jacobellis becomes the oldest snowboarder to ever earn a Winter Games medal, and she's the oldest American woman to win winter gold in any sport, surpassing Keegan Randall, who won gold in cross-country skiing in Pyeongchang. With this Winter Games update, I'm Ryan Radke, Westwood One Sports.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Dashboard light problems? We can help. Our free Fix Finder service can read your check engine light, ABS light, and service indicator light, and give you possible solutions verified by licensed technicians. You'll even get detailed results sent straight to your email so you have them when you need it most. It's the most complete free warning light report backed by technician verified fixes. The free Fix Finder service, only at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
More details at AutoZone.com.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents.
Doug, don't you just love the smell of old books?
This is a library.
Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I don't think we carry that, but check nonfiction.
He really does devour literature.
Please leave.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Have you started your New Year resolution to lose weight you put on last year? This is Stephen McCollum, host of The Main Event here on The Fanatic. If you're like me, it's hard to start your New Year's resolution to lose those unwanted pounds while we're having football playoff parties every weekend. I'm a client with Valley Medical Weight Loss, so I know firsthand that it really works. I get it. There's too much going on to lose the weight you've been saying you're going to lose. But visit one of their 3 Valley locations to find out how fast the visit is and how affordable it is. They take walk-ins, and if you mention The Fanatic or Money Radio, your first week is free at Valley Medical Weight Loss.
The Renaissance Festival is back.
Weekends now through April 3rd.
Great shopping, a giant crafts market. New shows featuring sea fairies, mermaids, and merriments. Non-stop feasting and more. The Renaissance Festival is back.
Weekends now through April 3rd. Discount tickets available at Bashes and Food City or Arizona.renfestinfo.com. Presented by Delta Airlines, Bashes, Food City, Pepsi, Budweiser, and Guinness.
Download our podcast at 1580thefanatic.com. Don't be that guy. Arizona's new exclusive home for live NFL games and Super Bowl 55. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Today, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's home for everything, man. We got high school sports. We've got college sports. We are your exclusive home for Super Bowl 56. We have GCU basketball. We've got the Arizona Rattlers. We got so much stuff going on. I'm not going to waste your time telling you all of it right here and right now, but I can tell you that tomorrow night we got GCU hosting Utah Valley. That happens at 5:45 p.m. here on 1580 The Fanatic. Then on Saturday, we got Memphis at Houston for your college basketball fun. But listen, everything you hear on this radio station, you can bet on. And now sports betting is legal in Arizona. Every single thing you hear us talk about, every single play-by-play we broadcast, you can bet on. And listen, the moment we've all been waiting for since September, it is finally here in honor of the big game. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56, is giving new customers 56-1 odds on either team. You just bet $5 or more and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. And if you're not a new customer of DraftKings, you can bet on Super Bowl 56 prop bets instead, and they got a ton of fun ones to do. So here's what you do. You download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use promo code BET1580, and you get 56-1 odds on either team. You bet $5 or more to get $280 in free bets if your team wins. It's promo code BET1580. And you do that at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56. You got to be 21 years or older, Arizona residents only. Got a gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. All right. So what do you guys want to do? Oh, hold on. Radio Ron has a question.
I have a question. Are you and Randy at odds with your various loyalties of sports books?
We were at first, because at first I felt like DraftKings was better, and you should always use promo code BET1580. And of course, in Randy, well, he had his own thoughts on that.
Well, listen, the problem here is Jeffrey got a nice DraftKings hat. I got Jack. I got nothing.
Right now, I'm on top with that.
I need some sort of like FanDuel golf apparel, maybe some sticks I could put in my club. Maybe golf balls. I don't know. But FanDuel needs to hook me up with some swag.
Well, if he gets that, then I'm going to want a DraftKings car. So, I mean, whatever happens.
You already said you had a DraftKings car. How did that work? How did he get a car and I did not get a car?
I said it was a rumor. Rand, just listen, have another drink. Listen, here's the thing.
Don't mind if I do.
You and I have agreed, though. Ron, we early on agreed, well, you should have both. Because Josh Ammelbaum from VSiN Sports Network, he comes on the show and does Sports Betting 101 with us. He is educating us on the ways of sports betting. He said, you should always have both.
I do have
both. We shook hands, and I went and I got the FanDuel app, and I used Randy 1580. He went and got the DraftKings app, and I used Bet 1580, and we all win. And so we're using them both.
That was my point. Yeah. I have both. And there's going to be times
did you
actually need
Ron,
both.
did you use Randy 1580?
I think
clearly he did not.
Dale.
Well, Dale is bigger and Holly's right there in his face.
Dale, yeah, he did. I see Dale.
I think Dale Ellestrade was standing over. Ron, you saw Dale 1580 right there. Well, let me type that for you. Let me get my giant meaty hooks on your phone. And don't ever hand Dale your phone and show him a picture. He'll always swipe. Be like, oh, whoa, easy there, pal. Just one picture. Don't look at all.
Nonetheless, I think you ought to have both. That's my point. I think, you guys should shake on this and just decide that we're going to support both those apps.
We did it. Long ago, we mended the gap. But the problem is I got a cool hat.
I have no swag.
That just tells you how much better that DraftKings is than FanDuel. Sorry.
I don't know that that's the case. I mean, FanDuel is the number one sports book in America.
Well, DraftKings is, of course, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56. Manny, Poo Poo. Your
FanDuel's
pants are full of poo-poo, Randy.
FanDuel's the official sports betting partner of the NFL, NHL, NBA, and WNBA, and NBA, NHL.
Well, DraftKings is a special. It's the official sports book of your mom.
FanDuel.
Your mom. Your mom. No, your mom. Wow.
Okay, guys, I'm going to do this.
Why did you
Randy,
start this?
I'm going to talk to my peeps over at FanDuel, and we'll see if we can't get you. It might not be a hat. Could be a scarf. Would you go with the scarf?
I don't want a scarf.
Well,
No,
I
I'm not
mean,
talking about you. I'm talking about Randy.
you've heard
I
about
should say,
my
I'm
weekend
not arguing.
escapades with Miss Kim.
That's a man card violation.
Need to wear a scarf, you know.
You can only wear a scarf if you get a man bun, Randy.
Yeah, I don't have enough hair on my head to get a man bun. But
That's embarrassing to be wearing a scarf. No man needs to be walking around wearing a scarf.
I make that scarf look sexy.
That scarf says, yes, I am unique and unemployed. Yeah, that's who you are. You're wearing a scarf, you weirdo. But no, yeah, so I won't complain. Go ahead. Get Randy that scarf.
We'll see what we can do. I mean, maybe a koozie. He'll use that.
Oh, I want a koozie.
You can't have one.
All right.
You have a hat.
I want a DraftKings koozie then. We'll figure that out. So what do you guys want to talk about? You want to talk about a big old steaming pile of Super Bowl 56? You want to
Why
talk
not?
about a big old steaming pile of Tommy Brady so we can
No.
hack on him for a little bit? What do you want to do?
We've had
Got
20
some
years of Tom
miscellaneous.
Brady. I'm done talking about him. Let's move on to something else. Can we please?
All right, so here's go ASU. Go ASU. All right, so somebody's yelling something pornographic about you Arizona, I think. So yeah, crank that up. She wants me to talk about how the Bengals are going to whoop some ass. I'm not saying it. I won't say it. I refuse. I'm an ASU fan. Oh, get away from me. Just don't swear. All right, no, you can't swear on the radio. Now I got you on camera. You're under arrest. Ooh, this is actually pretty handy, guys. This guy's like, wait, I got priors. What were we doing? Go ASU. That's what we're trying to say. All right, so this is actually what I was trying to get to. This is something that is going to unify you, Arizona, ASU, everybody alike.
Unify.
And that is here's the thing. We've been saying it for years that the Monday after the Super Bowl should be a national holiday. So you don't have to go back to work hungover.
Yeah.
And, there's stories that in Cincinnati that they are letting the kids miss school the next day because you know how hungover kids get. Boy, when those kids drink.
Yeah.
So Congressman Tim Ryan, whoever the hell that is, I guess he's from Ohio or something, and he is saying that all Mondays during the NFL playoffs should be federal holidays.
What?
That seems like a bit much. I just want the Sunday, the Monday after the Super Bowl to be the day off.
Yes, thank you.
But should we support his cause?
For the Monday after Super Bowl, yes. For all Mondays during the playoffs, hell no.
That seems like a lot of days off, which I'm all for days off. Just ask the morning show. They'll tell you I love my days off. But I just want it to be the Monday after the Super Bowl so we can recover from the party.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I guess Tim Ryan, he's getting ready to put it out there. He's a representative for Ohio's 13th congressional district. He's a Browns fan, which means he generally has nothing to live for. But if he's trying to make some political hay, this is a good way to do it. This is a good way to get support all across the country. I think everybody would vote for that day off as a federal holiday or just a holiday period, right?
You haven't lived until you've been to a Tim Ryan playoff party. I mean, you simply have not lived. I mean, this guy goes all out.
Congressman Tim Ryan?
Congressman Tim Ryan.
Wow.
You've been to one of his parties?
Wow, Keon, you never told us.
Well, look, I don't want to brag about
the hell
it
is Keon hiding secrets from?
I get accused of
It's always dropping
name
names on us.
dropping. Exactly.
Did that
This is
hurt that
exactly
you
why
dropped
I didn't-
Tim Ryan?
why I
With
didn't bring
Congressman
it up.
Tim Ryan's name right here on the radio show? Did that hurt your
all
back?
I'm saying is Tim Ryan playoff parties, they go a little crazy, and then the next thing you know, you're hungover on a Monday morning. After
I don't
an
think
AFC
that I'm ever going
divisional
to hang
round
out with Congressman Tim Ryan and be hungover the next day. That cracker don't look like he can party. That's all I'm going to say right now.
Looks can be deceiving, Jeffrey. Looks can be deceiving.
So if the Cincinnati schools are closed on Monday and some politician can make that happen, Well, I don't know if we need presidential intervention. I don't know if this is something the Congress and the Senate. I wanted to stop doing that stupid daylight savings day thing, and there was they had something. They had a bill out there that just died again. It just died again. So I don't. This right here, getting the day off after the Super Bowl, that is something I think Republican, Democrat, left, right, otherwise could all get behind. Getting that day off. Is there anybody who disagrees?
I don't think anybody disagrees.
I.
What do you mean I? Why would you disagree with that?
I'm not disagreeing. I'm voting for I. All those in favor of I.
Well, no, I asked who all disagrees.
Oh,
so who disagrees?
Then I'm not disagreeing. I would say nay.
Oh, so Randy disagrees. Okay. Well,
no, I agree. It's I.
Well, let me ask all these people walking by. Hey, guys, do you all want Monday after the Super Bowl off as a holiday? Does anybody think that's a bad idea? One guy over there, he must be a business owner. One guy in a green shirt. You guys can take it out on him. Let's see. Thunder Snow says, Jeffrey, Ryan equals roofies. It's party time. What? Is that what happened to you, Keon? Did you go to Tim Ryan's congressional party and get roofied?
No, that did not happen. That objectively did not
It's
happen.
a safe place, Keon. You can tell us.
Yeah.
Show us on the puppet where Tim Ryan touched you.
Show us on the puppet.
No, I'm fine. I'm all good. We had a blast. There's no roofies involved. Good Lord, what?
Big George says, well, I mean, we shouldn't just have every Monday off as a federal holiday. Well, maybe we should. Impose a nationwide 4-day work week where everyone works 4 10-hour days. And let's make it happen.
What do you mean 10 hours? What is this 10 hours?
Yeah, I know. That's
4 like
also
6-hour days.
Yeah. You want to be famous? Well, you've come to the wrong radio station. I shouldn't. Radio Ron is right here. If he weren't so drunk, he might be mad. Big Kev says, no wonder Congressman Tim Ryan wants every Monday a federal holiday in the playoffs. It's rare to see the Browns in the playoffs. I propose Monday after the Super Bowl. Or how about this? How about it's a law that you get the day off after any playoff game that your team is in? Too complicated? Too complicated?
And also that would happen.
And then all the
for me
Washington Commander fans would have nothing. Sorry, Keon, you never get a day off.
Every 5 years. That's not helpful. It does not help me.
Berg likes the 4-day work week. Let's see. Navy Brad says if Randy gets a scarf, then he can give it to Cecil the Wonder Dog. Oh,
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. My dog had a red bandana when I got it from the rescue, and I immediately took it off. And then I was wondering, we know there's a man card violation for wearing certain things, but is there a dog card violation? Could you have? I don't feel like a man should ever dress up a dog. I feel like that's emasculating the dog. But if it's a bandana, is it?
Yeah, that's
then
cool.
I thought, well, what if he really liked it? What if, you know what I'm saying?
Now you've hurt his feelings. No wonder he's chewing up your backyard.
I wish my dog could talk. I know that you wish you're glad your dog can't talk, Randy, because obvious reasons.
Well,
Fed fan says hello. Look, I can do an echo too. Senior Wake and Bake says, "Damn that echo! Is it that bad out there? Is it that bad? Is it? We don't think it's bad here. We think it's fine here. Do I need to do something? Do you want me to do something? I don't want to annoy everybody listening in their cars. Is it okay?
I don't know what you could do.
Well, you could probably turn something down or up. I mean, just saying. Jagdog says, afternoon, fellas. Glad to hear you guys were able to do a live broadcast. I'll be out there at the Waste Management Phoenix Open on Friday. Are you allowed to receive an adult beverage if I bring you guys drinks? Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. And of course, my official drink tester is one Radio Ron Cohen right here at the booth. So, the answer is yes. Thunder Snow says, are we getting a 10-hour daily blender? No, not a chance. Not a chance. Cover the Spread says, it's not sexual harassment if you like it, says Keon. Okay, don't quote Keon. He never said that. Did you say that?
I never said anything that sounded like that. So it's all.
I'm pretty sure I heard it.
Nope, never said it.
Senior Wake and Bake says, hey, Ron, sup? Stretch. So you're the one responsible for firing Phil, huh? Oh, he says hiring. Oh, either works. Baker's Cocky Hen says, Randy can't wear the hat anyway until after next football season because he's going to be sporting that Lions hat.
That's right. I've
Yeah,
got to get one too, by the way.
Yeah, you got to make good on that bet. But there's also some loopholes on that, which allow him not to have it on camera all the time. So, all right. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting live from the Waste Management Phoenix Open in the Harman Solar Portable Studio. When you come in the entrance, or when you're leaving by the entrance or the exit, or whatever you're going to say, yeah, you will see us right here. Be sure to come by and say hi if you can get a chance. Listen, in the next hour, we're going to talk a big steaming pile of Super Bowl fun. Let's get down into the nitty gritty. We all want the Cincinnati Bengals to beat the Rams because, well, we kind of hate the Rams. But is it really possible? Are we all getting gunged up on Cincinnati Bengal fever? Are you just getting led in to try to bet on them, to mess with the line? Or do we really feel like the Cincinnati Bengals have a chance? Let's talk about that in a little more depth when we come back. Keep it right here, everybody. It's the Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic.
The big game is finally here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56, is giving new customers 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 or more and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. Not a new customer? Bet on Super Bowl 56 props instead. DraftKings Sportsbook offers a wide range of props throughout the big game. Take your shot at winning cash by predicting props like if a non-quarterback will throw a pass, fourth down conversions, total yardage, and so much more. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code BET1580 and get 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 or more and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. That's code BET1580 at DraftKings Sportsbook. 21 and over. Arizona only. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
Is there anything better than the sound of 3 races breathing life into a new NASCAR season? What about if it's at a state-of-the-art facility with stunning views of the Estrella Mountains and a famous, only one-of-its-kind hillside? Well then, you must be talking about Phoenix Raceway. NASCAR weekend at Phoenix Raceway, March 11th through the 13th. Get your tickets today at phoenixraceway.com.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
This is your Wendy's wake-up call. Start your day with a better breakfast and get a free drink with any of our morning-making breakfast sandwiches. That's your favorite drink in a Wendy's cup, free. Fresh brewed coffee, free. Diet Coke, free. Vanilla Frosty-Chino, that's cold brew plus Frosty Creamer plus free. So don't sleep on this deal. Get any size drink in a Wendy's cup free when you buy any breakfast sandwich. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's. On the card only. Offer valid upon request on lowest price qualifying item. Not valid for third-party delivery.
When kids need medical care, they will often face stressful and life-changing experiences. They miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Starlight Children's Foundation has delivered happiness to 17 million seriously ill kids and their families at more than 800 children's hospitals and healthcare facilities. Our programs entertain and inspire hospitalized kids. Learn more at starlight.org. That's starlight.org.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside my heterosexual life partner, Randy White. We got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. We're broadcasting live from the portable Harman Solar Studio at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. And Randy, I just learned a valuable lesson.
What's that?
whatever you do at the Phoenix Open, don't run up to somebody and say William Shatner and then realize it's a woman. That can out of trouble. And I just really regret having just done that. I really regret having done that. It just a lot of people are puffy and red. And I just again want to apologize. And luckily she was drunk enough I was able to dodge that swing. So anyways, yes, we are broadcasting live from the Waste Management Phoenix Open, and we're going to do that tomorrow and the next day. The morning show will be here, main event will be here, Blender will be here each one of those days. So if you come by, and if you're sober enough, come over and say hello. Which means you probably will not come over and say hello, because as I'm looking right now, I've yet to see one sober person, which is good. That's what you're here for. Have a good time. It's just drinking and microphones don't always mix, but you can shout hey, ho, and woo, and stuff like that. It's all be nice and peaceful. That's all I'm asking for. All right, so Keon, you're looking to come out to the Phoenix Open this weekend, and you have never been to this craziness, have you?
No, I haven't, and I've been excited about it. I've heard a lot about it, and I'm looking forward to the fun.
Here, let's get Radio Ron on the headset here. Hey, Radio Ron, can you be on for a moment? Because I want you to give, you are like an expert at all things Phoenix Open, and maybe you can give Keon some advice for when he comes to the Phoenix Open, some pitfalls to avoid, where the good places are to get the food, that sort of thing.
Don't tell your girlfriend.
Okay, well. Okay.
Well, she's coming.
Well, this interview is starting off well, isn't it?
I was really hoping you could tell us, where the good food was and where the good drinks were, But we understand. Don't tell your girlfriend.
It's everywhere you go, to be honest with you. So I could not give you the lay of the land from a mapping out standpoint. You just have to come here and experience the whole thing.
All right. So there you go. I guess get here early before it gets too hot. Go everywhere. Pick your spots, maybe ahead of time. Like, ooh, this is where I kind of want to be to see this happen or that happen.
I understand DraftKings actually has a hospitality tent here.
Oh, really?
And it's free to the public, and they're greeting everybody. And Keon, you know what to tell them when you get there, right?
Bet 1580.
You heard about it on 1580 The Fanatic.
Exactly.
Come on,
there you
man.
go.
Well, now I know.
Everybody else should do the same.
This is what we do on radio. We tell everybody we heard it here.
Even if we didn't, but we did. Yeah. So, Keon, the other thing, when you're out here, I don't know, you might want to go by a medical supply place and get like a neck brace to keep your head from whipping around to look at all the girls. Because if you're with your girlfriend, it's going to be a lot of work for you to keep your head straight.
Duly noted. So,
I've seen a lot of guys getting
tent, food's just kind of everywhere. Neck brace, got it.
Right. I've seen a lot of guys getting punched in the arm by their ladies. That's all I'm going to say. Don't be a rubbernecker. Always be respectful and kind to your lady as you go through the Open. Now I've got, and again, somebody accused me of this the other day, so I'll get it out of the way. My wife is smoking hot, so my neck does not turn in any direction. It doesn't even affect me at all. Also, I have bad eyesight, so that helps. 888-368-1580. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, I don't hear anything wrong with your transmission from up here in North Phoenix. Keon, get there early. Go early. The parking at the Phoenix Open is a zoo. That is true. Absolutely true, Keon.
Good to know.
Just try to get here yesterday. If you can get here yesterday, you shouldn't have too big of a walk.
Yep, that's true.
Let's see. Santa's number one helper says Radio Ron got a map where the hotties gather. Oh, he just went off to take a very important business call. So we'll see if he can give you that information. Basically, the entire place, Santa's number one helper. Mr. Wilbur says, Jeffrey, I'm right over here. What are you, blind? I'm right over here, jumping up and down. Me? Okay. Is he kidding or? I'm looking around. I don't see you. Oh, Mr. Wilbur's screwing with me. He's
made you look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. Of course.
Ironically, really.
Something he couldn't do. He's blind. Kiss the Cook. Damn. Kiss the Cook says, I can't hear an echo. Okay, that's good. So is it better, guys? I did a thing. Is it better?
It is better. It is much better.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Navy Brad says, serious question, guys. Any word on if the Coyotes are going to move somewhere else? They're not, because Gary Bettman of the NHL is like a a dog with a chew toy. He is not letting this go. He has said, by God, the Coyotes are staying there. I don't care if they play in front of 25 people. I don't care what happens. He's said it. He means it. So now it's going to be a rough couple of years for Coyotes fans. If only 5,000 people can get in, but you've been averaging 11,000 people per game, there's some people going to be standing around outside, I think, maybe. I don't know. I mean,
either that or we're doubling the price of Coyotes tickets, which doesn't seem right.
Or how about this? You know that 11,000 average guys at the Coyotes games is probably more than half there for the other team. Maybe that's why they know they can sell season tickets to people who are real Coyotes fans, and they will lose nothing. Is that possible?
Well, that's very thoughtful. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And it depends on if they move to Tempe or if they somehow strike a deal with City of Glendale, or if they go downtown and the Suns relent and allow the Coyotes to play downtown at the Foot Fungus Arena. We'll see.
Big Kev wants to know if the other sports stations are on site. No, they're not. We're the only one that can get here. Somebody saw the car salesman a while ago, but he was pretty drunk. But we're the only station here because we're awesome. We're 1580 The Fanatic.
That's a win.
Yeah. Prison Wallet says Uber to the open. Keep it simple. That's another good bit of advice for all these. Here's the thing, though. A lot of these people who are walking by right now drunk will be sober by the time they hit the car because it's a long walk, right? Yeah, these guys are like, yep, that's it.
Got plenty of time. Plus he sweat it out.
He's smiling and drinking now. He'll be sober and, oh, crap. Which lot am I in? By the time he gets out there. All right. So you guys ready to talk about a big steaming pile of the Super Bowl 56?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. So when's the last time your team was in the Super Bowl? All right. I can say 2009. Randy, you can say 2006. Keon,
1991.
Well, as a Washington, yeah, it was before you were born.
No, I was alive then.
I'm going to ask Keon, since his Washington Commanders team hasn't done bleep in bleep teen years. So assuming your horrible team, your Washington Commanders made it to the Super Bowl, Keon, would you rather see them win or get lucky on Valentine's Day? It has to be one or the other.
I'd rather see them win.
Keep in mind, your girlfriend is probably listening right now. Again, you would rather see your team win than get lucky on Valentine's Day.
I have been lucky on many Valentine's days. I have not seen my team win
Wow.
a Super Bowl. Yes.
All right. Keon.
Valentine's Day has worked out for me in the past.
Yes. I don't in the past, but not with this gal. So now what you've done
time
is
for the love line with Keon.
I think you may have really hosed your chances for Valentine's Day, Keon.
He says with a grin in his eye.
I've gotten lucky on other days too.
Hello.
The Super Bowl thing has not happened. I was too little to remember the Super Bowl that they went to. So
his last name's not Rose for no reason, you know.
I'd rather my team win the Super Bowl. and she knows this about me.
You're not alone, Keon. I guess somebody polled a bunch of NFL fans, and it wasn't even close. They're almost twice as likely to pick the Super Bowl win to getting to getting lucky on the Valentine's Day. And that's the thing I was thinking. I'm married, so it could be the day after. And she's a football fan, so I think that we could probably have a nice conversation about it. But 64% of male fans, 63% of female fans would rather see their team win the Super Bowl than get some loving on the Valentine's Day. And well, thank God we don't ever have to choose. How about this, Keon? How long would you go without the sex to see your team win the Super Bowl? That's right. The Washington Commanders win a Super Bowl for you, Keon. But you have to give it up for how long? A day, a month, a year? How long is too long?
A year is way too long. That can't happen.
6 months? Would you give up 6 months?
6 months? I think. Boy,
6 months, Keon.
I think,
3 months.
I think I could survive. I think I could survive 3 months.
Wow.
I think I could survive 3 months for them to win.
Let me clarify. let me clarify. You have to give up sex with your, others and yourself. So still 3 months.
3 months is the limit.
You can't ride solo.
Wow. You can be the master of your own domain for 3 months, so your Washington Commanders could win the Super Bowl.
So that Super Bowl is really important, man. I've wanted them to be successful for just any stretch of time. I'll take it.
I think we have just learned that Keon Rose is a liar.
or a little.
There's no way. There's no way. I'd say maybe a month.
It's one of those things that's easier said than done. Like, it's easy for me to think to myself, yeah, I think I might be able to make it. But then, after 14 days, you're like, oh God, why did I agree to this? Maybe that's what it is.
Takes you 14 days, huh?
I just threw out a number.
You reach your end there.
What are you, Sting?
14 days, huh?
Just let's put it.
We're going to start calling you Tantric Keon now? Is that
if they lose the Super Bowl, you know that I failed.
All right. Well, now we've made Keon's life miserable, and probably made sure that he doesn't have any horizontal mambo on Valentine's Day. I apologize for that, Keon. Let's talk about sports betting. Super Bowl betting was down during the pandemic. And, since America was preoccupied with hoarding toilet paper and remodeling their houses and, whatever. Now the sports betting is up, I think, because it became legal in Phoenix. I think has a big thing to do with it, because we have ascended the levels of sports betting quicker and higher than a lot of the other states have. But the American Gaming Association is reporting that 31.4 million Americans plan to gamble on the Super Bowl, which is a 35% increase over last year. This is the nice thing about it. It's a safer way of doing it. You do it on an app. You don't do it with some dude named Vinny. Hey, you got that money from me there? We gotta go ahead. I don't think they break your legs. DraftKings, FanDuel, the other ones, they don't break your legs. Bet in, money in or out. That's it. There's nobody coming around to collect on Tuesday that you got to duck. So 35% increase over last year, and they're putting an estimated $7.6 billion on the line, and that's a 78% bump on the sports gambling. So Good thing, bad thing. I think it's a good thing for the communities which get money off the gaming, right?
Yeah, I would think this is a huge positive for the communities involved in this. So yeah, I've got nothing but good things to say about it.
Kiss the Cook has some Phoenix Open advice for Keon. He says, never let a hot girl in a mini dress and nothing underneath straddle your lap in front of your teenage boys. The mom finds out quickly, and yes, this actually happened to Kiss the Cook.
Oh boy.
All right.
That is I'm sorry that happened.
That was graphic, and that's good advice, and congratulations, Kiss the Cook.
I don't have children, so it's gonna be a while for that advice to kick in and matter. But I'll keep it in the back of my mind.
Let's see here. We have 5943, a new texter here on the text line as a jet flies overhead. And he says, OT coffee here. Lucky on Valentine's Day. It's like getting drunk on New Year's Eve. It's amateur night and professionals take it off anyway. So I think what OT coffee is saying, it'd rather have his team win.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I don't know. I have a feeling that's a new texter from the Open, and they were probably pretty drunk when they texted that. Lost Toby says, the 2020 Super Bowl, I hit a plus $3,025 prop bet, and I'm still chasing that high. Yeah, that's the thing. You don't ever want your highs to go too high and your lows to go too low when you're doing sports betting. You just keep it reasonable. Be thrilled when something great happens, but I guess that's the term, right, Randy? Be reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, be measured in what you do. Take care of your bankroll. Don't overextend yourself. Exactly right, Jeffrey. Do it within limits, within reasons.
So who's everybody liking on the sports betting? Well, right now, 55% of bettors plan to wager on the Rams compared to 45% on the Bengals. But I'll tell you, I think that's going to change because a lot of people are seeing the lines and they're seeing, what the money line is. And even then, covering the spread, I think there's going to be a lot of people going at those Bengals trying to get a little more back for their money.
They should. I mean, the Bengals have weapons. There's basically no game that they can be completely out of when you've got Joe Burrow playing the way that he is and Jamar Chase being as awesome a factor as he's been. And of course, the glut of receivers that team has. They have so many weapons and so many targets to go to. At some point, you have to trust the Bengals to cover the line, depending on how far it winds up moving.
All right. Are we all agreeing that we're going to do some Super Bowl prop betting to do some fun stuff? Are you going to do some of that, Randy? You going to do some of that, Keon?
I'm going to look at the props and see what they are. I don't know. Probably. Yeah.
I did a little of it last Super Bowl, and it turned out to be pretty fun. So, yeah, I'll do some of that again. Yeah.
Well, here's a couple of new ones that have shown up on the props on the different sports books. Of course, the old Gatorade color. What color will the Gatorade be? Well, red is the odds-on favorite, and they're saying that's at about 1.5 to 1. I'm going to go with percentages just in case people don't understand how these things are. But they're about 40% on that. Yellow and clear are tied for second, both at 25%, followed by orange at 20%. So, I don't know. I guess red or orange is probably the smart way to go, right? I mean, have they ever done a different color, like something that was unexpected?
That's a really good question. I don't know if I've ever paid close enough attention to it. It's one of those things you pay attention to it in the moment, and then afterwards, you lose track of it. So I would have to look that up and see if we've ever had a different color than the one we thought we were going to get.
All right, so let's talk about the kicking. Will a kicker hit the upright or crossbar on a missed field goal or extra point? Somebody already yelled no, and that is actually what most people are betting, 83%. It seems like more balls have been hitting the upright, and that's not a euphemism, but more balls have been hitting the uprights this season than other seasons. So it might be a good bet.
Possibly, and if I'm not mistaken, wasn't the Rams kicker? Didn't he have he pulled a hamstring? Something happened to him where he wasn't able to kick as effectively as he was early in the season. So if someone's going to be pulling the ball left or right or leaving it short, there's a kicker in this game that might happen to.
Well, keep in mind it's hitting the upright or crossbar for a missed field goal. If it hits it and goes in, then you lose. So, all right. How about this? How many times will they bring out the chains for a measurement? The over-under is 1.5.
I'll take the over on that.
Give me the under.
Well, right now the under is slightly more likely at 55%. So, that might be a good one to go for some money. I hate ever talking about injuries or concussions or stuff like that, but will a player leave the game and not return due to concussion symptoms? No is more likely at 60%. I don't want to root for this. I don't know why they would even put this in.
Yeah, that seems like a really messed up prop bet.
But I almost would say yes, because these guys, it's the last game that they're going to play. This is for all the marbles. It's the Super Damn Bowl. This is the time you think people are going to be, launching themselves and going crazy, right?
Yeah, you're laying everything on the line, and if there was a time to take more risk or extra risk with your safety, this is the time to do it, because you don't know when you'll come back to a Super Bowl again. You assume you might, but who knows?
All right, listen, we're running late. Let's take a break. When we come back, we got more NFL to talk about. We're broadcasting live from the Harmon Solar Studio remote location at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. We are here all week, and there's a nice lady yelling Bengals Rams. You're going for the Rams. There you go. She's very adamant that she's going for the Bengals. And I'm just saying that to mess with her. All right, taking a break. Back after this. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2022 Winter Games, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average. Here's a look at the updated medal count going into primetime action tonight. The Russian Olympic Committee currently leads with 11 overall medals, although one of those is currently in dispute. The Russians won gold in the team figure skating event, but those medals have not been awarded yet, with reports saying the delay is due to a potential positive drug test from one of the Russian skaters. The IOC has confirmed that legal consultation has taken place with skating's governing body and that athletes who won medals are involved, but has provided no other details. Norway and Austria both have 10 medals each, while Germany and Canada have 8 apiece. Germany has the most gold medals with 5, while Norway and Sweden have each won 4. The United States has 7 total medals and 1 gold, that courtesy of Lindsey Jacobellis in the women's snowboard cross.
With this Winter Games update, I'm Ryan Radke, Westwood One Sports.
Get in zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. Dashboard light problems? We can help. Our free Fix Finder service can read your check engine light, ABS light, and service indicator light, and give you possible solutions, verified by licensed technicians. You'll even get detailed results sent straight to your email so you have them when you need it most. It's the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes. The free Fix Finder service, only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
More details at AutoZone.com.
Introducing Venture X, Capital One's new travel card for people always asking,
Where next?
you earn 10x miles on hotels and rental cars, and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel, and 2x miles on everything else you buy with Venture X. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for detail.
Hi, I'm Flo from Progressive. Being a baseball fanatic like me can be stressful. It's not all sports points and touchdowns. So Progressive is going to help you take your mind off your team for a moment. Instead of thinking about how they missed that goal point score, think about the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, letting you choose coverage options based on your budget, unlike your team that missed the end zone net area. Well, anyway, hope this distraction about Progressive's Name Your Price tool was helpful. It sure kept me from thinking about all those penalty balls. Yay, sports!
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. It's NFL playoff time.
You know what time it is, baby.
And your home to the NFL has you covered. Follow along with all the action, all the drama, all the glory of the NFL playoffs. That's not all. The Fanatic is your radio home of Super Bowl 56, live from LA. When it comes to the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 56, we are your NFL playoffs headquarters. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and we are your home for Super Bowl 56. Here is the rundown for broadcast on Sunday at noon. We have the Super Bowl preview with Scott Graham, Mike Golick, and Kurt Warner. Then at 1 p.m., Super Bowl Insider with Scott Graham, Terrell Davis, and Ian Rappaport. Then there's something called the Super Bowl pregame show at 2 p.m. And then, of course, the big banana, the Super Bowl 56 at 3 p.m. Kevin Harlan is going to do the play-by-play duties. Kurt Warner will be there sitting next to him saying smart things. What? Duties. I said duties. Sorry, we're grown-ups. Gene Steratore is going to be supplying his thoughts, I guess, on bad calls. And then Mike Golick's going to be patrolling the sidelines. So there you go. That is it. We are your official home for Super Bowl 56 here in the Valley of Sun, 1580 The Fanatic. All right, so plans for the Super Bowl. All right, so do we all know what we're doing for the Super Bowl? Are you watching at home? Are you having a big shindig? Are you having a party? Are you going to sit at home in your underwear alone and cry a little and then eat your Cheetos and watch it by yourself? What are you doing for the Super Bowl?
Well, Ms. Kim and I will be having a quiet Super Bowl Sunday. We'll be chasing each other around, and then once the game starts, we will watch the game here at the Hacienda. Keon, how about you?
Well, the plan is to go to the girlfriend's Super Bowl party and chill out there and watch the game, bring my brother along and have some fun, eat some great food and watch the game.
Well, after the last segment, we already know what's not happening for you, Keon. So,
you know,
we are sorry we did that. I didn't mean to.
I've got plenty of time trying to make up some lost ground here, fix the bed system.
Yeah, you're bringing flowers early. That's a good idea. So snacks for the Super Bowl. Do you guys have like go-to stuff that you always do? Like, okay, standard, I must have, nachos and then guacamole and some queso and and beans and stuff and whatever. Do you have like standard go-tos? If you don't have it, it ain't the damn Super Bowl.
Well, I used to, but I no longer do. Now, this year, I'm sort of a free agent. I've not been invited to anybody's Super Bowl shindigs, and quite honestly, that's okay. So I think Miss Kim and I will do something a little different this year. Maybe we'll come up with some sort of a new tradition for the Super Bowl.
All right, Keon, is there? Well, you're never really celebrating Super Bowls as much because you're a Washington Commanders fan. But
I
what
still
do you
love
like to
the
snack
Super
on
Bowl,
other than
though.
sadness?
Okay. If if there isn't like a good chili at a Super Bowl, I don't know what's going on there. I usually bring that to Super Bowl parties. I tend to get invited rather than invite people because I live in tiny apartments and that's generally how that goes. So yeah, I bring a good chili along and have something for people to dip the chips into, and we have a good old time.
All right. Well, listen, breaking news. Guess who just joined us here at the Phoenix Open? It's Rosalie Michaels, fantasy girl. Rosalie Michaels is here. Well, the crowd likes that. And so
what's happening?
Hey,
Is that your entourage there, Rosalie?
No. It's just rando fandos.
Yeah. If you say fantasy loud enough,
yeah,
none of these people are thinking football.
But let's talk football. It's funny. My friend Lori, who's here with me, she was laughing because we were over in what was the thing called? We were over in this club Bay Club. That's where we were. And and of course I find the guy in the Bengals outfit and we just start talking football. And she was just like, I can't believe we're at a golf tournament and you're still talking about football.
But you do know her nickname is Fantasy Girl, Rosalie Michaels. So what are you thinking for the Super Bowl there, Rosalie? Would you put your money on the Bengals or are you going to go safe with the Rams?
You know, it's funny. I have not placed my bets on Big Zero just yet, but
shameless plug.
Shameless plug. But I just. I don't think 4 is enough points to go with the Bengals. I like the Bengals. I like them a lot. I'm rooting for them. How can you not? Joey B, Jamar Chase, they got all kinds of swagger coming in. I love it. But this is one where it's going to be fought in the trenches. Aaron Donald is going to be on Joey Burrow a lot. And so
not in a sexy way.
No. Well,
some
women find that attractive.
We may find some new things out about Aaron Donald and Joe Cool.
Yeah, we may find out. But yeah, so I think I'm giving the edge to the Rams, but I would love to see the Bengals win.
I think that's the general consensus.
Joey Burrow.
Well, drunk lady say what?
The Bengals. I love the Bengals. Love them.
So what you have, guys, is I think America is for the Bengals.
Yeah, America is for the Bengals.
But
there's a lot of love.
There are some people who aren't for the Bengals. It's called the defense of the Rams.
Yes.
The defense of the Rams are so good and nasty. Let me tell you, you saw what happened.
Football. Everybody's bought and paid for.
You saw what happened with poor Joe Burrow running for his life, got sacked 9 times in the game before.
10.
And that's right, 10.
It's a record.
So that means that offensive line ain't doing much and nothing.
Yeah.
And so
that's the hard part.
Up against the Rams, he's going to have to run for his life out there. So
yeah, I hear you, ladies. I do love Joey Burrow. I love Jamar Chase. It's a great story. I love Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor's fantastic.
It went from football analysis to Teen Beat magazine. So Tiger Beat. I think Joe Burrow is so cute. Oh my God. He's so adorable. And when he runs around and gets sacked, I wish I was sacking him.
They're cute. Very cute. Thank you, ladies.
You're good gals because that could have gone any other way. It could have been some bottle getting launched at me. What do you think this is, lady? A podcast?
So Rosalie,
1580 the Fanatic.
Yes.
Hi, Rosalie. Randy
What's up,
White,
Randy?
a longtime listener, first-time texter.
Big fan of yours.
I'm looking forward to the matchups, especially like Jalen Ramsey on Chase, Jamar Chase. I wonder how that's going to go.
Yeah, it's going to be epic. I think Jamar Chase gets the better of Jalen Ramsey, but I think Jalen Ramsey is really going to enjoy the challenge of it. Jamar Chase is just, Joey Burrow has said, you know what? I just throw it up. And I know Chase is out there somewhere.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people throwing up here at the Phoenix Open. I know that for a fact.
That is true.
Hello.
That is true.
And tomorrow, what will they experience tomorrow? Yes, they will.
I got a Bengals fan.
Oh,
right there.
yep. There's more.
So
Bengal love out there.
Are we supposed to like Jalen Ramsey or are we supposed to hate Jalen Ramsey? I kind of feel like we're supposed to not like him.
I think you can respect Jalen Ramsey. I think you can respect him in his game. He's good at his game, and he has respect for the people he goes against too. So,
and this is also the playbook of being paid in the NFL as a defensive back is you kind of have to be a little bit of a villain. Because if you do your job well, no one knows you exist. You shut down a receiver, we forget about you. So you got to talk a little bit, and then those guys tend to wear the black hat more often than everybody else.
Hey, you know what? I am a huge trash talk fan.
Yes, you are.
I do it to O'Brien over here all the time.
She's non-damn stop. Even if I win the game, she finds a way to cut me down for it.
Well, I had to let you win one
Let
so
me.
you wouldn't cry about it so much.
Wow.
I cry my way all the way to third place. Lady.
That's right. You did. I told you. I gave you kudos.
That's how bad it has been for me lately in fantasy football. I'm dining out on third place.
Hey,
Yeah.
you got to take the wins when you get them.
You know,
Take
me and
the wins
Randy
when
are
you get
not exactly sympathetic to your play. So
Yeah, we don't give a
Yeah.
damn.
we missed the
They're just
playoffs.
glad.
That's because they weren't in the playoffs.
We're not
at
trying to
all.
hear it.
Is that what happened?
No,
Third place.
they're just glad they get to hold the immunity doll or whatever the hell it is. So, how did you see Larry Fitzgerald out there?
I did. We saw Larry Fitzgerald, Reggie Bush, Patrick Peterson, Aaron Rodgers was out there.
Okay, Aaron Rodgers, was he looking like he might be thinking about putting on a Colts jersey?
No. He said very specifically to me,
Yeah.
no, heck no. How many times can I say no?
About a Cardinals jersey. Is Aaron Rodgers thinking about putting a Cardinals jersey?
Well, he is here.
I'm just saying. And Kyler Murray's not.
Yeah.
What's
yeah.
going on with the Kyler Murray boohoo? Does anybody know?
Well, all we know is he scrubbed his social media. We all
Like a
know that.
teenage girl.
And you know, for that's smoke and fire in my book. You don't do that for no reason.
I don't think
Well,
it's
he's
for
got
no
a-
reason. I think it's a negotiating tactic, and I would be stunned if it wasn't his agent's idea.
I've lost a lot of respect for him. A lot of respect for him.
Well, but if it is a negotiating tactic, how can you lose respect? This is the new NFL, right? Social media is a big part of business. Lori and I were just talking about that over in the Bay Club here at the Open, and you got to have social media presence for any business that you're in. So.
Sure, you got to have social media present, but if you're going to throw tantrums on the social media like Kyler Murray has done, if you're going to say things and speak to the people and do things, then ladies need to not be mad if we break up with you on a text message. Can that just be a deal then? Can that be a deal?
We're not mad at you. That's just poor form.
I
Very poor
agree. I'm a
form.
gentleman. I would never do such a thing. But you got to have rules. You got to have standards. And right now, if you're watching Kyler Murray have his little meltdown and say, "No, it's a calculated move by his agent."
Okay, so what you're saying is
The only reason why I say that is his agent A has a reputation of being that poke the bear kind of person, and B, people have done this as negotiating tactics before. Giannis did it before his contract with Milwaukee.
Yep.
You know, LeBron did it in Cleveland with his contract with the Cavs when he re-upped for one more year. So people have used this as a tactic. It's not just something that's coming out of thin air.
Well, here's the thing. So O'Brien was comparing it to comparing it to breaking up with a woman over text. So you're saying that's a negotiating tactic?
No. When you break up with a woman over text, that's a good way to get punched by her brother.
Yeah. So I don't mind the play. It's part of the game at this point. But and I don't agree that it was a tantrum. He didn't say anything. He just simply erased things.
Well, it's a boo-hoo. Here's the thing. If I were to delete 1580 The Fanatic from all my social media, well, first off, Radio Ron wouldn't care. I don't think he ever goes on social media.
I don't think he's
so it's
noticed.
basically just me shouting into an abyss. But I don't know. People don't do that, you know.
They do
Why
do
would-
it,
no,
though.
people
They
should-
absolutely do
it
it.
shouldn't even be a thing.
Do
You know
do.
what? As Dan Chappelle says, do. As Dan Chappelle says, Twitter is not a real place.
Twitter,
Right.
except there's millions and millions of people on it.
It's
so.
a real
Are any of
negotiating
those-
tool, though, and you can use
Are
it. that
any
way.
of the people on Twitter somebody you care about what they think?
Well, no, that's not the point of it.
Does the Arizona Cardinals care about what Kyler Murray is doing on his Twitter?
You
think?
better believe they
Yes.
do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is it, because you are the face of the brand. You're
Yeah.
the face of the brand. So yeah, absolutely makes it. If you are no longer have the brand on your social media, That's a big thing.
Well, so what do you think? Kyler Murray go bye-bye?
I think it's bad news for the Cardinals. That's what I think.
Randy, how do you? I know how you feel. You're disappointed in Kyler Murray for doing that, and are you at that frustration point where you're ready for a new quarterback? Or are you at a place where it's just like, all right, let's see what happens and see how he explains himself?
Well, I first of all, I don't know what this is going to solve by Kyler Murray going away from the Cardinals. Who are the Cardinals going to bring in? Who is going to be out there that's going to be better than Kyler Murray that we had in here right now? So I have a feeling that Kyler Murray is going to end up getting a huge contract extension, and he's going to stay on as an Arizona Cardinal. But I don't know that for a fact. But this is all part of the.
I kind of hate that because you're gonna give him a reward for being a pouty little bitch.
Oh,
Is
listen,
that what we're saying?
I agree with you 110%. I mean, the guy's supposed to make $11 million this coming year, and he's scrubbing his social media. You know what? See you later.
Yeah.
Pack your bags. Talk to you later. We'll put Colt McCoy in and figure it out from there. That's all I got to say. But I'm not the one in charge.
And Randy.
It just there's a reason quarterbacks don't move in this league. We talked about Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson all summer long, and where do they wind up? On their teams.
Right
and they'll probably wind up right back there again. Quarterbacks don't move because if you have one that's viable, it's so hard to find one that's any good.
It's like what I've been saying about Dak Prescott. Everybody talks about how great Dak Prescott again. Here we are, another season, and the Cowboys didn't win any playoff games.
Oh, you got to go there, huh?
But here's the thing.
Well, it
It's not
wasn't
a-
until you hurt my friend Rosalie. I'm just speaking the truth. Dak Prescott got this enormous contract. Jerry Jones just paid enormous money for Amari Cooper, and and Dak Prescott and Zach and everybody else. And guess what? No playoff wins again.
Was some of that maybe some money for him getting that injury and going through it? Was that maybe paying him for the past, or was that really in hopes of a bigger future?
No, I think it's in hopes of a bigger future. And I don't think that it came down to, for the Cowboys, that it was Dak Prescott. Yes, on that last play, that was pretty bad play, poor decisions, poor management, clock management, that kind of thing. But I believe that goes to the coaching. They weren't prepared for that game. They were absolutely not prepared for that game. When they have that much talent on a team, you have to be prepared. And
100%
the coaching
agree.
didn't have them there. So I think Dak's worth the money. I think Kyler's worth the money. You can't, I said to, my husband this morning, he was like, well, if they don't have Kyler, who do they go out and get? Just like you were just saying. And it's quarterbacks, good quarterbacks that can really, truly manage this game. Yeah, Kyler did a poor job in the last part of the season, but the front part of the season, he was fantastic.
Yeah, but front part of the season don't win Super Bowls. It's the back half of the season.
Well, exactly. And after he got hurt, so they need to figure out what the heck happened there after his injury.
Right. And
They
part
need
of
to figure that
it's the Kingsbury thing too. But I'll say this though. When it comes to Kyler Murray, if you let that guy walk out the door, there's no back half or front half of any season that's going to have
Exactly.
success.
Yeah. You need some consistency.
Boogie is on the text line, 888-368-1580. Says if a veteran quarterback to replace him, does Larry Fitzgerald come back for one more year?
I just read on NFL.com, they interviewed him about the whole Kyler Murray situation. And he made very clearly that he is not retired. He is not retired. He likes Kyler a lot. He really does. And he would like to see this get resolved. But he
I don't believe
understands
him.
where he's coming from.
I like Larry Fitzgerald, but I don't feel like he's being truthful on all
The
that.
quote that he said was, "I'm 38 years old. I've got a long way to go before retirement." Those were his exact words.
Well, maybe he just meant retirement like 65 years old and getting Social Security. Maybe he's thinking about something else. I don't know.
That's that long-term retirement.
Well, Rosalie, it was great seeing you.
Yeah.
And thank you for letting us borrow Lori, the Rosalie. Appreciate that. And of course, we'll see you back again here pretty soon. I know you've got Big Zero is going to be in full effect for March Madness.
Yep.
And where you will bet with the actual super fans directly.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. There's more betting fun coming up with Big Zero. So I'm excited to be back on the Fanatic.
Well, you came by this far. Go ahead with the shameless plug. Give them the website.
It's bigzero.com. Don't forget, you guys can still bet for the Super Bowl, right? We've got 48.5 is the over under right now, and the line is 4. So come bet me on Big Zero. Don't forget to use the code Fantasy Girl. And you know what? I may or may not forgive your bet if you lose.
Oh, well, there you go. It's worth finding out. Join her club there on the Big Zero. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, more on the Super Bowl. Wait, okay. I didn't mean to call you. Oh, now somebody's glaring at me. They think I called him moron. We're going to talk more about the Super Bowl here on the Daily Blender on 1580, The Fanatic.
The big game is finally here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56, is giving new customers 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 or more and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. Not a new customer? Bet on Super Bowl 56 props instead. DraftKings Sportsbook offers a wide range of props throughout the big game. Take your shot at winning cash by predicting props like if a non-quarterback will throw a pass, fourth down conversions, total yardage, and so much more. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code BET1580 and get 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 or more and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. That's code BET1580 at DraftKings Sportsbook. 21 and over. Arizona only. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
The Renaissance Festival is back!
Huzzah! Weekends now through April 3rd.
Great shopping, a giant crafts market. Your favorite shows.
Be ready to have a great time and don't be afraid to participate.
Just night. Silly fun for the entire family.
Happiness reigns at the Renaissance Festival.
Lots of new shows. Non-stop feasting. Leave your cares behind. It's fun and affordable.
You will adore the Renaissance Festival.
The Renaissance Festival is back.
Huzzah! Weekends now through April 3rd. Discount tickets available at Bashes and Food City
Or online at arizona.rentfestinfo.com. Presented by Delta Airlines.
Bashes Food City.
Pepsi, Budweiser, and Guinness.
You can always save on Renaissance Festival admission with discount tickets at Bashes and Food City stores statewide. Huzzah!
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
Your home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, broadcasting live from the Harman Solar remote booth at the Waste Management Phoenix Open as everybody's finding their ways to their cars, drive safe, and all that good stuff. I just saw a guy walk by with a guitar case. What the hell are you bringing a guitar to the Phoenix Open? You keep your golf clubs in the guitar case? That was like a strange thing. I'm going to go to sleep tonight not being able to figure out why somebody came to Phoenix Open with a guitar case.
Maybe he did a proposal to his girlfriend.
Wouldn't the marshals come over and say, hey, knock it up. No more Wonderwall, okay? Just stop with the Stairway to Heaven.
Well, out of the Waste Management Phoenix Open, there is a constant buzz. There is a dull roar at all times. So I don't think the marshals would try to knock him back for singing to some of the ladies out there or whatever he was doing.
I'll tell you what, I haven't had a drink, but with all these drunk people walking by, I think I might have a contact at least 0.7. I'm not sure. Everybody's having a good time. Listen, Sunday is going to be a good time, and I'm so much looking forward to it. And this is the first time in my entire life as a human being that I have actually put an official bet on the Super Bowl.
Well, there you go.
You know, I'm not going to tell you what the bet is. I don't want to jinx anything, but I got
Is
some
it a
pretty
lock?
damn good odds. Yeah, shut up, Randy. Don't say it's a lock.
It's
Don't
a
say it's
lock!
I'm not- No, don't say that. Now there goes. I bet the house on it, man. No, I didn't bet the house. Always make sure you bet responsibly. But listen, for the Super Bowl, why don't you go ahead and get yourself the DraftKings Sportsbook? Download that thing on your phone. And remember, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56, giving new customers 56 to 1 odds on either team because, you know, Super Bowl 56. You bet $5 or more, you'll get 280 in free bets if your team wins. And if you're already a customer to the DraftKings, well, you can bet on Super Bowl 56 props instead. But whatever, you know, if you don't have it, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use promo code BET1580, and you'll get 56 to 1 odds on either team. $5 or more to get 280 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code BET1580 at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56. Remember, you must be 21 years or older, Arizona residents only. If you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Now, this is for new customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for the details. And now everybody's going to be yelling. That's why I didn't want to tell you what I was betting and who I was betting on, because everybody's going to try to jinx me. Everybody's going to try to mess with me. I ain't telling you nothing. We will do our picks on Friday.
All right.
But remember, my pick for who I think is going to win may not be the same way I bet. So my pick is not going to tell you nothing. There's who I think is going to win the game. And then there's how you bet. Oh, are you betting the spread? Well, you can bet on the team that loses to at least cover the spread and still win a bet. It could. I will tell you this. I'm definitely going to do some prop bets for fun. I'm definitely going to do that. And I am betting on the Phoenix Open as well. We talked about that. I got some on ASU local John Rahm to win. I got Schaffel to win just because I felt like I had to. And then the guy at the very bottom whose name eludes me. That's how bad of
something like John McKinley or something.
That's right, President John McKinley to win the entire thing. And if I put like $1 on it, I'll get 1.6 million. That's how bad the odds of that guy winning the Phoenix Open are. So you can have a lot of fun as long as you do it responsibly on those sports apps. 888-368-1580. That was nice to see Rosalie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good of her to drop in and take a few moments with us here on the blender and talk to us. Yeah.
Of course, the minute she did her big zero free plug, I knew I had to bring up the DraftKings, and I'm sure you're gonna have to bring up some FanDuel action too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Can't have that. Let's get caught up on the text line and we'll see what we talk about next. 888-368-1580. Oh my God. As I've scrolled down a little bit, I've missed so many texts and I apologize for that. Screaming Eagle says, happy Wednesday, Fanatic. Just want to say hi. What a gorgeous day. That is why we live in Arizona. 80 degrees today. It'll be 82 degrees tomorrow and 80 degrees the next, I think. You want to give me a proper weather report, Randy White? Because I would like to hear better news than 80 degrees.
Well, it's I hate to tell you this. It's going to be warm, sunshiny, beautiful overnight temperatures out there for the Waste Management Phoenix Open out of the TPC Scottsdale. Today, it's getting up into the 80s. I'll tell you the current temperature in just a moment. Tomorrow, we're looking for 81 for a high, 50 overnight low. Sunshine, no clouds. Friday, 81, 51 for the overnight low again. Saturday, 83 and 51 for the overnight low. And then on Sunday for the finale, 82 degrees, dipping down into the 49-degree range overnight. Current downtown temperature, we're looking at 80 degrees right now in downtown Phoenix, 81 in the West Valley, and 80 out in the East Valley. From the 1580 The Fanatic Harmon Solar Studio Weather Center Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Back to you, Jeff Cobb.
So the one question I would have as all these people are filing out, heading to their cars, did you spend more time looking for shade or did you spend more time looking for booze? That, I think, is a good question. And it's funny. Yeah, everybody's yelling booze. So here's the other part of that. Now, 80 degrees ain't nothing. And, I mean, right now you're like, oh God, it's 80 degrees. But this is like the overnight low in the summer. And then at that time we're like, gee, I wish it was like this all the time. It's just trying to avoid the direct sunlight when things get good and toasty. But yeah, this is going to be probably a record-breaking turnout for the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Beautiful weather, and everybody's going to have themselves a grand old time out here. All right, so the real action starts tomorrow, right? That's when the real golfers come out and start golfing the real golf.
Yeah, first round tomorrow, and it will only escalate from there. Yes.
All right. So what do you guys want? You want to talk some more Super Bowl stuff? Do you want to talk about random stuff? You want to talk about the little Kyler Murray and?
No, I don't want to talk about Kyler Murray. No, I don't want to talk about him.
All right, we'll just get rid of that one. This was a surprise to me. Something I saw. I thought that Tom Brady retires. Rob Gronkowski would go ahead and be done as well. But now he's saying, well, I'd kind of like to play with Joe Burrow. Yeah, he says, I kind of like that young buck quarterback. Yeah, he's in the Super Bowl. He says Joe Burrow, he'd be the guy he'd want to talk with. Is that something? I mean, you got Uzma, you got other guys. They got plenty of good tight ends, but would the Bengals maybe make a purchase here? Would they?
I don't know what Keon's going to say, but I would have to think that if you have an opportunity to get a year or 2 years out of a Hall of Fame tight end like Rob Gronkowski and a guy that wants to be on your team, I would think you would try to work that out in some manner, even if you only play him 75% of the time and you still retain the tight ends that you have. Keon, your thoughts on that?
I mean, yeah, you got CJ Ozuma, you got Drew Sample. They've both been really good this year. But you get a chance at a Rob Gronkowski, you go ahead and you take that opportunity because A, he makes your tight end room better. I mean, what else? What does this guy know? B, he's not going to play full-time tight end anyway. You're going to need him for big moments, but the injury history of Rob Gronkowski has not been good. So you're not going to ask him to do a ton, and you probably might not have to pay him that much. This guy's just playing for the glory at this point.
I say no to Rob Gronkowski. Here's why. Sweet Jesus, could we have less commercials with him in it, please?
That's true.
I just can't take any more Rob Gronkowski. He's a horrible actor, and it's just dumbest special. Oh, good Lord. I just that other than that, as far as he goes as a player, you're right. You know, even if it's a failed experiment, you give him a little money and hand him a beer. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Big Kev says he has a perfect 2023 Super Bowl proposition. He says, since the game is in Glendale, have the Fanatic bigwigs negotiate to have Daily Blender crew call the game for Westwood One. All the drunk text to the Daily Blender Super Bowl text line would be way more entertaining than the game. Well, maybe we could do like a Manning hour kind of thing, the Manning cast thing instead, because there's no way I would ever want to try to take the place of Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner on Westwood One. I don't think I could do that.
It would never work. It would never work. And we would get in our man caves and we would start hitting the bottle, ordering sandwiches from the Uber Eats and all that business, and it would be over. We'd be passed out by the second quarter.
It's true. That is true. But then they could just flip the switch back over to Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner on 1580, the Fanatic.
Yeah.
It's a great idea, Big Kev, but someday maybe we'll do the Blender cast of something. It's a fine idea. Navy Brad says, Keon, would your team like Kirk Cousins back about now?
No.
All right, that was pretty. You didn't even think about it.
No,
he didn't even consider it
because we had him when he was cheaper and he was Kirk Cousins. Now he's Kirk Cousins but more expensive. Keep him.
We had him cheaper when he was Kirk Cousins,
and he's still Kirk Cousins, but he costs more money. Keep him.
Hefty Lefty says, weird. I would have thought Gronk would rather buck something young than play with a young buck. What? Random Texture says, Marco. There you go. See, yeah, good job, Random Texture. Lost Toby says, Jeffrey's bet is a lock. Don't do that. I want to try to win some money. Don't do that to me. Big George says, whoa, bombshell right there that the Russians were cheating in the team figure skating competition. No wonder they won the gold and the U.S. team won silver. Russian media outlets reporting that 15-year-old superstar Camilla Valila tested positive for a banned drug named trimstadiline. Looks like the United States might win gold after all.
How about that?
What?
Imagine that.
What?
The Russian
I
Olympic
thought-
Committee
What?
is doping.
What? That is.
I know.
What?
Which is just funny
This is
because
not, maybe we take pills. It's okay. We give it a shot. It's different. It's okay.
they're the
We all
Russian
do it.
Olympic Committee because they were cheating in the first place. That's why we can't just call them Russia. You have to separate their athletes from their nation, and they're still cheating.
Yeah.
Well, that's where they went wrong. Anytime you call something rock, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
888-368-1580. Big George, thank you for that. Senior Wake and Bake says Murray is on his way out, and hopefully DeAndre Ayton follows.
I mean, why
Come
is he on his
guys.
way out, and why would he want to leave? He's in a situation where he's got DeAndre Ayton here. The team's going to lock him up. They've got a great opportunity here. They're working on winning. Being a winning franchise, they've got some things to work out. Why would he want to leave here? Where would he want to go? Green Bay?
Well, I think that everybody would agree. I think every Arizona Cardinals fan would say yes to a straight trade, Kyler Murray for Aaron Rodgers. And I think the Cardinals will still have to give more. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, how long is he going to play?
Well, long enough to get you a damn Super Bowl, Randy.
Really? You think so? Steve Keim behind the controls?
No, Aaron Rodgers throws the ball, man.
I know that, but Steve Keim is running the steam shovel. That's my point exactly right there.
I'm trying to give you some hope here.
I know.
Man,
I know.
Everything I need but a quarterback. I want Aaron Rodgers. Hell, I'll take Kyler Murray. Hell, I'll take everybody first wins. Hell, I need a damn quarterback is what I'm trying to do. All right, one more hour to go.
Daily Blender here in 1580 The Fanatic.
Weekends now through April 3rd.
It's awesome.
Love it. It's great for the family. All our kids love it. That's why we come here every year.
Good times can be had by all. It's the best time we have every year. It's a great time for everyone. Join us at the Renaissance Festival. Huzzah! Turkey leg.
The Renaissance Festival is back.
Weekends now through April 3rd. Discount tickets available at Dashes and Food City or Arizona.renfestinfo.com. Presented by Delta Airlines, Dashes, Food City, Pepsi, Budweiser, and Guinness.
You come out here and you really have a good time. My kids love it.
There's lots of shops to go to. Hair braiding, boot face painting. Oh, and I really like the meat sticks, the turkey. Whoa! Huzzah!
There's so much going on. Make sure you come out early and stay all day.
You can always save on Renaissance Festival admission with discount tickets at Dashes and Food City stores statewide. Huzzah!
FanDuel Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56A. It's Randy from the Daily Blender. To celebrate, new customers can bet $5 to win $280 in cash on either team to win when you use promo code Randy1580 when registering. That's right. You'll get your winnings in cold, hard cash because we know cash is always better than free bets. There's no better place to bet Super Bowl 56 than FanDuel Sportsbook. Don't miss your chance to turn $5 into $280. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and use promo code Randy1580 to make every moment more this Super Bowl. Again, promo code Randy1580 exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Must be 21 and older and present in Arizona. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $280. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
Without education, poverty follows a family one generation after the next. But College Bound AZ provides educational pathway to students starting in the 7th grade and turns dreams into degrees. Your support provides laptops and other things to ignite that journey. To help, Chicago Fest West happens Saturday, March 19th at Mesa Convention Center, and the proceeds benefit College Bound AZ. It's a celebration of Chicago during Cub Spring training through music, food, a classic car show, and more. Get your tickets at ChicagoFestWest.com today.
Distracted driving is dangerous, Arizona. When you pick up your phone to send a text message, you're putting lives at risk. When you pick up your phone to take a call, you're putting lives at risk. When you pick up your phone to check an email, you're putting lives at risk. And now, when you pick up your phone while driving, it's also against the law in Arizona. Don't get a ticket. Don't pick up your phone. Sponsored by Arizona Chapter National Safety Council and Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. Broadcasting live in the Harmon Solar remote tent out here at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. And if you had bloody drunk gal with a gash to her forehead and 5 o'clock hour of the blender, you have won the prize.
What?
Seemed a little early to see a girl drunk and bloodied this early in the Phoenix Open, but sure enough, beating the. That's why sometimes you go for those odds, right?
Did Dr. Jeffrey rush in and perform CPR or insert stitches, anything like that?
No, I just sat right here and then pretended like I didn't notice because I didn't want anybody to ask me. I'm fine. I'm just going to mind my own damn business there. But anyways, yeah, we are hanging out here and having a good time. We've put up some shade stuff, so I don't have the sun directly in my eyes. But now the wind has created it into a sail, and Radio Ron is now captaining the ship, manning the little. What are those little round things they turn to squibs? Batten down the hatches. I don't know any of these damn naval terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, the round thing that goes that thing. But he's captaining the ship. We're doing fine. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. I wonder how many people are going to come out to the Phoenix Open this year. Do you think we break the records? Do you think it gets all kind of crazy out here?
Yeah, easy. People have been cooped up. This whole COVID thing has got people crazy. I would expect
Arizona.
I would expect record numbers out there this weekend. It's going to be beautiful weather. Absolutely.
I got to get some sunscreen on my arm. I'm gonna have one arm sunburned, like I've been like a cab driver with my arm out the window because right here the sun's in, but over here the sun's not. So, but we're doing all right. Hey, we have a new texter here on the text line, sort of. Oh no, wait, not a new texter. Stop! Don't play the thing. This person has been texting since 2019, every now and then, 1434. And now today says, "Great show, guys. Do you think Larry Fitzgerald stopped playing for the Cardinals because he saw this type of childish behavior from Kyler Murray before everyone else did? Maybe a new quarterback would bring Larry Fitzgerald back for another season."
Well, I mean, Larry Fitzgerald is very sophisticated, very mature man, a guy that knows what he wants.
Serious man.
But I have no clue why Larry Fitzgerald quit playing, and I don't think anybody else does, unless you're Larry Fitzgerald's best friend, and then you would probably know why.
I would guess the list of people who have thrown passes to Larry Fitzgerald are alarming. Kyler Murray would be the straw there that broke the camel's back. Is
right.
Kind of hard to believe.
Yeah, early in the career maybe, but at this point he doesn't. Yeah, you're right. But Larry is a classy guy, and if there was a reason, if that was an issue, you will never hear it come out of his mouth. He'll never say. He's always going to take the high road. And now I feel like everybody be thrilled to see him back, but if he decides that's not the way he's going to go, then that's cool too. But the fan in you just wishes, come on, Larry. What if Larry had been there on that playoff game? What if this? What if that? I think everybody would love to see Larry back. But hey, if that's where he is in his life, then so be it. We all just have to eventually learn to accept it.
It's been kind of a weird road for Larry in the last 3 years. When I remember Bruce Arians was here, he moved him from a wideout to a slot receiver, and there was some issues there. But Larry accepted what his role was and went out like a champion and performed well and tried to help the team win. And then it just kind of carried into the Cliff Kingsbury era. And I think Larry's going to do what Larry's going to do. He may not retire. And he may not retire because he doesn't want all the pomp and fanfare. But only Larry knows why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah, again, when you have so much respect and you like somebody so much, you just wish I don't know. It's selfish of us as fans, but hopefully, Larry is living his best life. So, all right, let's talk about somebody not living their best life. And again, the NFL did they just not care that they look this bad? Or I guess that's probably it. There's so much money involved. They don't care that they look this bad, but it's been talked about already all day by all the other shows, but finding out that the NFL knew Alvin Kamara had assaulted a guy and was going to have to turn himself in to the police, and then said, well, let him play the game. Let him play the game. Then he can go be held accountable for beating the bejesus out of a guy and then letting his crew continue to beat the bejesus out of him. Yeah, let him play. And that just seems irresponsible to me. But so now the NFL knew that. The NFL hemming and hawing on which way they want to go with Dan Snyder's stuff. Everybody is hemming and hawing. The NFL, it just seems like every chance it gets to do the right thing doesn't. And they're all about protecting the NFL and not about what's doing right.
That's what
I
the
love
NFL
football.
Is. The NFL is a corrupt corporation. That is what they are. They prove it every opportunity they get. Don't forget the Ray Rice thing, where they had the video of what really happened. And the only reason Ray Rice ever got released from the Baltimore Ravens was that video got leaked. Every time that they can do something the right way, they simply don't do it. They put the money first, and that's who they are.
Well,
do you think?
I'm sorry, Jeff. You've got to wonder. There's got to be some really damning evidence about the NFL and about other people within the confines of the NFL, probably ownership group, within those hundreds of thousands of emails that they confiscated. And that's why they don't want to release them.
Of course.
Yeah.
I believe that 100%. The NFL is all about protecting the shield and that logo and that icon and what that means to fans. And so we can spend more money and cough up more cash for them. And that's what their biggest priority is. Even when they discipline players, they're not doing that because they care about what's right and wrong. They're doing it because now you're messing with the money. That's really what it's always been with the NFL and why I don't trust them to make moral and good decisions.
All right. So do we force all the teams to take a corporate structure the way the Green Bay Packers? Would that help alleviate this? Because I don't know, guys, an owner of a team ends up feeling like a king and starts acting that way. Luckily, Bidwell's not like that. Hearsay, he doesn't hurt nobody. He just likes to do shrooms and buy up John Lennon guitars and sit there and amuse himself. But outside of that, he seems all right. But there's a lot of owners who aren't okay, and they lift themselves up like there's some sort of royalty and kings. And then that is where these problems come from. And when Roger Goodell is, got puppet strings on him that connect to every single owner, that also is a problem. So do we get anything from maybe a corporate ownership? Does anything change? Or now is it just the CEO of that is where the corruption comes from? You see what I'm saying? Is there any way to solve the problem we have? I don't think that the government, the House committee of this or that, who gives a bleep? That is just a bunch of window dressing that amounts to nothing. But what do you think about the corporate structure idea?
I agree with that, actually, because the what you end up with is like, back in the day when there were monarchs that actually had tons of powers over countries, if you were born with a monarch who wasn't particularly bright, guess what? Your country's just screwed. And that's just the way that it is. Well, some of these people wind up in these positions because they inherited the team for their family or whatever. And they're not great people, and they end up with these massive amounts of power over these organizations, and people can't say things to them. They can't, push back on any stuff. At least if you have a CEO, that person is beholden to some kind of board of directors or something. The owner of an NFL franchise doesn't have to look over his shoulder at anybody.
I just see a situation arising soon, and I don't know when. I'm not a soothsayer. I'm not a predictor of chaos and calamity, but I just see at some point there's going to be something that is inexcusable to a point where the Justice Department is going to have to get involved, and there's going to be an in-depth investigation, and boy, things are going to fall when that happens.
Hamilton Porter says, perfect example for Keon's point, the Lions and the Ford family. Yeah, I mean, listen, there are good owners, there are bad owners. That's just, I guess, life in general. But it seems like we have more bad owners. And if the NFL's first reaction to everything is to cover it up, don't let the bad word get out, and always go on the side of the NFL, protect the shield. Okay, well, then now you've got a PR problem, don't you? Now you wonder why all these people are looking at the NFL like a little cross-eyed. Then you start to wonder about things getting fixed, and then you start to wonder about the credibility of the integrity of the NFL is got to be at an all-time low right now.
It is.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Randy?
I was just going to say absolutely. That's all I wanted to say. Yes, I agree.
Speaking of which, how about your team, Keon? The Washington Commanders have hired investigators to explore Tiffany Johnson's allegations on Dan Snyder. I think that's amazing. We're going to go ahead and hire an investigator, which will be completely unbiased to investigate us. It really is just, we want you to investigate us. You can tell everybody we didn't do anything.
Right. The NFL has actually taken over that investigation because they allowed it to happen once already. They already let Dan Snyder choose the investigator who he used to investigate himself, essentially, and his team and his own conduct. And would you believe that they came back with nothing? Even though last time around, the NFL got the report. It was an oral report, so we'll never know what they actually found on the Washington football team last time around.
A lot of us, report or otherwise, prefer oral. I'd rather if you a report that you were to do it oral. Everybody likes oral. Everybody likes that. But when it comes to this,
Dan Snyder likes that too, because then that means that there's no paper trail of all of the awful things that he's done.
Yeah, there should have been some paperwork on this. That it was just, again, showing how disingenuous every single thing these guys are doing. They looked ahead to this and said, "Oh dear God, don't give me paper. Just tell me, whisper in my ear. That should suffice." It's just so bad. At some point, I mean, the wheels are going to come completely off this thing. Yeah. If the NFL doesn't develop some sort of a soul.
It's just allegation after allegation. How many of these are you going to have for this guy to have his team taken away from him? Because a lot of them have been substantiated. I don't understand how he can continue, except there are a lot of people with power in the National Football League. Jerry Jones is among them. Jerry Jones is Dan Snyder's boy. They're close. And as long as you've got that in your back pocket, it's hard to push him out of the league.
Well, it's also this. All the owners are the ones that pull the strings on Goodell. One guy, Dan Snyder, a guy who should probably lose his team. Absolutely. The problem is these other owners look at it and go, that could happen to me. Well, we got to make sure that doesn't happen to him because that could happen to me. So it's all self-preservation on the part of all these owners. And then these guys have no damn soul.
But but Jeffrey, I take solace in knowing that there have been a few times in the NFL where franchises have been taken out of the hands of complete idiots.
When's the last time?
Carolina Panthers.
Yeah,
okay.
He was.
Remember that?
The sexual harassment stories were crazy.
I bet if you look at their finances, that is probably more of a reason why the NFL would pull that trigger.
Well, I mean, I got to believe at some point Dan Snyder's going to step in it enough to where the NFL is going to have no choice. They're going to have to take that franchise away from him and put it up for a sale to somebody else.
I don't know, Randy. I'm starting to think maybe that you can't count it. That like that Nigerian prince is not going to send me those millions of dollars. I think I've lost some money on that deal. I'm starting to feel a little bit jaded. Those pills are not making certain things grow the way they said they would. I am jaded right
now. Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I'm sure he is jaded. Puffy Irishman Roger Goodell.
Hello.
By the way, speaking about soulless, what did the Ravens win this year?
Not much.
Did they win much? What did they win last year? Did much? Playoffs? Playoffs? Did they?
Playoffs.
Well, now the Ravens are raising their ticket prices.
As they should.
Because watching Lamar Jackson run to the bathroom, that's entertainment.
Well, look, I've said it before. I'll say it again. You guys know this. You're not crazy. You're not stupid. You guys know that you pay these exorbitant contracts. Guess where it comes out of? It comes out of season tickets. It comes out of your everyday guy that goes into the ball game. You can't hardly afford to go to a ball game anymore. That's why.
And you know what it is too? The demand for the Baltimore Ravens has never been higher. When you look at the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, all of those places where it used to be Washington fans, team's been bad for so long. people only remember the Ravens
Yeah,
being good.
that's
And
true.
you know what? Jack those
And-
prices up. That's how it's going to go.
There is some good news. They're like, hey, yes, we are going to raise prices, but this is, we'll keep the same prices at this low cost through the 2023 season. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's
That's basically the, you know what, we're sorry Lamar Jackson got hurt last year, so we didn't do anything. We'll let you skate by off of that performance, but when he comes back, we're going to charge you more money.
Hey, did you hear that Mike Vrabel of the Titans there got a contract extension?
Yeah.
When he lost that game and he stared at the camera and said, I'm going to be the coach, and I'm going to be the coach for a long time to come. I'll tell you what. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, wow, that was really confident of Mike Vrabel after a loss, trying to get in playoffs, to just sit there and look right at the camera and say, I'm going to be here a long time to come. I like Mike Vrabel. Don't get me wrong, but he must have known this contract extension was coming.
He probably did. I mean, the general manager got a contract extension too, and they're a package deal. John Robinson's done a good job putting that team together. Once they figured out how to build that around Derrick Henry, they had something special, and they let Mike Vrabel build that defense. And it's a damn good defense in the secondary, a little inconsistent up front, but you know what? It's a good defense and a team that can hang around and contend. So you might as well extend them.
Yeah, they don't scare me though. If I had a quarterback, by God.
They're thinking the same thing too.
So, Antonio Brown, he's palling around with Kanye West. I guess I'm supposed to call him Yee. Is that what I'm supposed to call him now? Yee?
Yay.
Yay?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Yay.
Yay?
Oh, that's for Kanye. Got
Kanye
it.
is Yay? Okay.
It's spelled Yee. So it's Yay.
Yeah, it's the last two letters of his name. So that's how you.
I'm pretty sure that's Scandinavian for insufferable douchebag, but still,
it would be that in every language.
Another insufferable douchebag, Antonio Brown, is, I guess, gotten into business with him, and I'll tell you about that later on.
Okay.
But whenever we see these new players come up, what's the first thing I say, Randy? Oh, I hope he's a good one. I hope he's a guy who doesn't get into trouble, who doesn't get into legal problems, doesn't let us all down. I mean, all these different kinds of players. I was like, man, I hope Ezekiel Elliott doesn't let us. Okay, damn it. Oh, I hope this guy doesn't let. Oh, there he goes. He's arrested. Oh, I hope this guy. I always am pulling for these guys because I want somebody for the kids to be able to look up to. Jamar Chase. I'm really hoping that kid stays level-headed and a good guy, because he is an amazing talent, and he's now probably one of the best playmakers in the NFL. He's only 21 years old. Juju Smith-Schuster, when he came out, he still had that odd gee whiz, I don't even own a car thing, and he's a good guy. So far, I don't think he's gone nuts. He's made some childish mistakes, but I don't think that he's gone diva. Now, the wide receiver coach for the Bengals, Troy Walters, is saying Jamar Chase will never become a diva. And I'm like sitting there, like I do that same thing you're all doing, squinting a little bit.
I've heard
and
this
he
story
says he's a
before.
rare type of guy where success really doesn't change him. He's been the same person, even in the preseason. When he had all those drops, he hasn't changed. When things got good, he didn't change. He's even keel. He's very humble, tremendous worker, doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. He's a good guy, and he puts the work in. God, I hope that's true.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jeffrey. I mean, I've listened to this guy talk, and he seems to have a good head on his shoulders. You know what I mean? He seems to have things kind of worked out. He seems to realize what the opportunities are that have been given to him. And he seems to understand that his talent level is a very special level of talent. So, yeah, I think we can trust that Jamar Chase is going to be a cool dude from here on out. I think he's going to be a good dude.
We use stats to figure out top 10, bottom 10, or whatever. And we rank things. I wonder if we should do a ranking of good guys, bad guys, that kind of thing, like villains. And, you know what I'm saying? Like Juju Smith-Schuster, he still fits in the good guy category.
So far, yeah.
Right. By the way, he's like open for business. He was quoted the other day. He's like, wow, the Cowboys facility is amazing. Sure would be nice to be there because, the Steelers still have wooden locker rooms. Oh, sure would be nice to play in the Cowboys facility. Yeah. Jerry Jones, is his hearing aid on? Jerry Jones, what a nice facility. Got an idea that Juju Smith-Schuster wants to go.
How appropriate. Isn't Juju a free agent this year? Yeah, I think he wants to move.
Tell you what, would Juju Smith-Schuster make the difference for the Dallas Cowboys? Do they need receiver help?
They've got CeeDee Lamb. They've got Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
They've got, what's his name, a tight end who's got hands that are soft as pillows. I mean, they've got plenty of pass catching talent. But it's the coaching for them. They've got to figure out a way to get enough of Mike McCarthy out of the way that they can actually get some stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
Even if listen, you ever see how slow a lunar eclipse is? That is how long it takes Mike McCarthy to move anywhere. Even if they fire him, you'll still see a shadow from him for quite some time. That too, sandwich eating. All right, guys, we had to take a break. We come back. Let's get caught up on the text line and talk some more NFL. It's the Daily Blender broadcasting live from the Harmon Solar tent out here at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Did I say all that stuff? Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
The Arizona Coyotes back on the ice tonight, sitting with a record of 11-30-4. They are in Vancouver this evening for a matchup against the Canucks. As you would expect, the Canucks are favored. They're paying out at minus 260 on the money line, while the Coyotes, if they come up with the win, they would pay out at plus 210. The over-under is sitting at 5.5. The Phoenix Suns, they also play tonight. They are in Philadelphia. This does not match up against the 76ers. Suns 43-10, 76ers 32-21, but Philadelphia is favored by 1.5. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
Have you started your New Year resolution to lose weight you put on last year? This is Stephen McCollum, host of The Main Event here on The Fanatic. If you're like me, it's hard to start your New Year's resolution to lose those unwanted pounds while we're having football playoff parties every weekend. I'm a client with Valley Medical Weight Loss, so I know firsthand that it really works. I get it. There's too much going on to lose the weight you've been saying you're going to lose. But visit one of their 3 Valley locations to find out how fast the visit is and how affordable it is. They take walk-ins, and if you mention The Fanatic or Money Radio, your first week is free at Valley Medical Weight Loss.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
Bruce Jacobs here again from my friends at ProCopy. For the last year, you've heard me talk about how ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available for over 20 years, plus their outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. Now part of Flex Technologies Group, they are committed to ProCopy's industry leadership and excellence. Whether you have branches anywhere in the U.S. or right here in Arizona, you can count on ProCopy and Flex Technologies for all your office equipment needs. They focus on print, document management, document production, and managed IT, representing the best brands such as Canon and Ricoh. They proudly serve over 35,000 customers nationally. They still remain a local company and continue to give back to the community. The ProCopy Foundation has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Give them a call, 602-PROCOPY. That's 602-776-2679, and tell them Bruce Jacobs sent you.
We just can't help it. We have to do it. It's in our DNA. At 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, we have to bring you the most epic moments in sports.
NCAA football, NASCAR racing, Arizona Matters football, golf's biggest leaders, March Madness, NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we can't help it. We are 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Today, the Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, broadcasting live from the Waste Management Phoenix Open from the Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic tent. I got to tell you, at this point of the day, they kind of changed the way things are, and there's gates over there, there's the people lined up, and then there's all these people over there. It's kind of like being on the Today Show, but all the people waving are drunk. Which I think that's probably the best way I can describe this.
Oh boy.
But it's an awful lot of fun out here. If you get a chance to come to the Phoenix Open, you definitely should. Listen, we are your home for Super Bowl 56. The only place in town you can hear the game on the radio is 1580 The Fanatic. Here's the rundown. Noon on Sunday, the Super Bowl preview with Scott Graham, Mike Golick, and Kurt Warner. 1 p.m., the Super Bowl Insider with Scott Graham, Terrell Davis, and Ian Rappaport. And then, of course, 2 p.m. is the pregame, and 3 p.m. is the Super Bowl. Got Kevin Harlan on the call. Kevin Harlan with Kurt Warner and Gene Steratore for the officiating stuff. And Mike Golick is going to be patrolling the sidelines. So no better broadcast, no better place to hear it than 1580 The Fanatic here in Phoenix. And of course, people, if you're getting in your cars, you can also try 99.3 FM or 95.9 FM, whatever works. Moist One wants to know if I'm Kathy Lee or Hoda. Which one's the really drunk one? Yes, I'll take both. Navy Brad says, Randy, did you hurt your shoulder removing the magazine there?
No, it's not a magazine. It's actually a mount. And I have had a problem with my right shoulder for several months now. So I've got an MRI planned. They're talking about maybe it's a torn rotator cuff. We'll have to wait and see.
So Hefty Lefty says, holy crap, Jeremy Giambi died.
Jeremy Giambi.
Giambi, sorry.
Doesn't surprise me. He was all about partying. And so we'll have to wait and see what the outcome of that is. But that's too bad. He was a young man.
Let's see. Fighting Wampa says the federal government could school the NFL by simply telling them, if you don't clean house, we're going to start taxing you as a league. We'll see how fast the NFL cleans up their act if that happens.
The problem is that the NFL is a lot like our government.
Right. There'll always be a cover up. Boomer Sooner says, if I'm not mistaken, there's 4 female owners of NFL teams. Oh, listen, equal opportunity scumbags out there. You don't have to be a man to be a dirtbag. Yeah, I'm sure some of them are lovely. Some of them are dirtbags. It's just a lot of dirtbaggery happening with the NFL owners these days. Prison Wallet says, I think definitely not selfish of us as fans. You know, we're talking about wanting maybe, I don't know, is it closure? Is it with Larry Fitzgerald? Is it just, I don't know. He says, it's not selfish of us fans. They do what they do. We do what we do. Gave him a lot to him. We deserve to hear thank you for supporting me. Or but radio silence didn't seem right. To me, it showed unbelievable amount of disrespect to the fans of Arizona.
Well,
wow,
like he said,
I don't think
he's not retired. So.
Right. And I don't think Larry Fitzgerald would ever be anything as disrespect. I think it's also maybe he humbly didn't want the whole goodbye tour like Tom Brady said he didn't want. But Larry has spoken on this, but I wish he had said more.
This usually gets used in a negative way, but I mean it in a positive way. When someone tells you who they are, but believe them. And Larry Fitzgerald's been nothing but a class act his entire career. So I think if he wants to go out a certain way, I will be charitable and not read that as disrespect. If he wants to say, you know what, the accolades, it's not for me. I understand that. And because of what he's done and what he's been and what he's meant to the league, I'll take that as charitably as I can.
So being out here at the Phoenix Open, one of the things that strikes me is you're allowed to smoke out here. Now, I don't smoke and don't care for the smell of cigarette, but oh boy, it's got a whiff of a nice cigar. That smells nice.
Nice.
That smells nice. Randy, I wish you were here and we could pop a couple of cigars right now and light them up.
Yeah.
I like the smell of cherry tobacco pipe smoke or just something like that. I hear that's always a nice thing. King of Kittens was saying, Jeffrey, did you mention that today is pizza day? Yes, yes, I did mention that, and I actually can tell you where you can get some deals on good pizza right now. You can mix and match a deal for Domino's. They give you the option to 2 or more items for $5.99 each on National Pizza Day. Einstein Bagels actually had a deal, but I don't know if they're still open. Godfather's Pizza, they're still around. $28 for 2 pizzas. Well, that sounds like a lot. I don't know. Grimaldi's is having a deal. Plus 50% off of bottles of wine for carryout. Hungry Howie's has a deal with mix and match. Little Caesars is doing something called Batman Calzone for $7.99. Papa John's, if you're into that sort of misery, they have a large pizza for $8.99. Pizza Hut's got a deal too. So yeah, most of the places you guys will get pizza probably have some sort of deal. When you call, ask them there. And I'm sure they'd be happy to fill you in on that and then fill you up with that. So yes, Ken Gittins, today is Pizza Day. It's also Chocolate Day. I think they made today Chocolate Day, so you idiots would remember to get your girlfriend or whoever a nice box of chocolates or something for Valentine's Day, which is Monday. I didn't mean to make your sphinctes tighten up in fear like this, but yes, it's Monday. If you haven't thought about it, don't be this idiot on Monday going to a 7-Eleven, trying to get some wilted rose and maybe a pack of Mentos and thinking, yeah, this will work, because it's not going to work. Think ahead, do something nice for your lady, and I guarantee she'll do something nice for you. Damn right.
I mean, not me. That's already been ruined for me, but for the rest of you out there, you know.
Ron's going, my girl likes Mentos.
Well, then get her Mentos.
Ron, you savage, you.
And everybody's like, why is Ron walking around the office looking all sad on February 15th? What happened? I have some sad news to report to you guys right now. This is craziness. And I know the pandemic has caused havoc throughout the land. Not so much Arizona, because here in Arizona, we pretend like there's nothing happening. But I think it's very sad that the pandemic could kill off something that's been around for 1,229 years in business.
What?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a pub in England just closed its doors. The name of the place is Ye Old Fighting Cocks. And there's a big rooster out front. It opened up in the year 793. So say goodbye to Ye Old Fighting Cocks. They will serve no more drinks anymore. Damn you, COVID. What have you done to Ye Old Fighting Cocks?
What?
I don't know. They're closing down Ye Old Fighting Cocks, the oldest bar probably on the planet, that opened up in the year 793.
You'd think that someone would have the money to save that, or
wait a minute.
Get the
somebody in
public-
793 bought this thing and called it Ye Old Fighting Cocks.
Yeah, well, it's roosters. You know, they're not talking about the other thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if you can knock somebody out, oh my God.
There it is.
Blinded. If you can knock somebody out the other way, I'm impressed. But no, this is about the rooster. They have a giant rooster statue out front. Now, the owners say they've been struggling for a while, but they're also saying somebody might buy it. So for now, we say goodbye to Ye Old Fighting Cocks, and maybe we'll get to say hello again to Ye Old Fighting Cocks. But it's sad. A bar that's been open for 1,229 years. Here's what it tells us. In the year 793, they were just the same as us. A couple of guys going, we should start a bar. What do you want to call it? Ye Old Fighting Cocks. Guys, men have not changed in 1,229 years. Thank God for that. Guys. Hey, also, I don't know if you find this to be sad news or not, but the NFL has announced the retirement of 8 officials. 8 of these referees or line judges or whatever in the NFL, they have retired. Now, each one of these guys has 20 years or more experience as an official. But no, we're looking at it as a celebration. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, say goodbye to the crafty officiating of Ed Camp, Scott Edwards, Greg Gautreau, Joe LaRue, replay official Johnny McGrath, and Mark Steincheckner, and field judge Steve Zimmer. They sucked for 20 years as NFL officials, and they'll suck again in retirement. Right.
My big
game, and yeah, the whole thing.
My big issue with this is if you think that guys with 20 years of experience are sucking, leaving is a good thing. What are the newbies going to do?
Or is it?
Is it going to be an improvement? Because I'm afraid of this.
That really people say that you think that younger people would not be better than the older people. I thought you'd be like, yes, woo, we're going to get some good officiating now.
I like a good blend. I want some experience too. The last time the NFL had an influx of new officials, it didn't end well. We ended up with all kinds of horrifying results from the officiating. We might end up with some more bad stuff. That's all I'm saying.
My God. Well,
you want the new talent to come in slowly. You don't want
8 officials no longer be with us. According to Keon, the NFL will never be the same again. Tony Corrente, please come back.
Yep.
What we need is robot officials, right, Randy?
Yes, absolutely. We need a bunch of those iPads that have got the wheels on them and just rolling around the stadium or rolling around the field there, making calls. Yeah, that's what we need.
So a lot of people are really more sad about that bar closing in England, ye old fighting cocks that had been there for 1,229 years than they are about those NFL officials. So let's go to the text line, 888-368-1580. Against the Spread says, so the oldest bar in England closed because of punishing restrictions, but the Prime Minister can throw endless parties like Animal House? Yeah, that about sums up the last few years, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, it does. Boomer Sooner says, off and on bad pineapple, Jeffrey.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Is it? Why didn't you guys say something? Why didn't you say something?
I was told earlier not to say anything.
Well,
it was up to Keon.
And we kind of talked in the
nobody ever said that.
In the points where we couldn't really hear you, we talked into it.
We made up stuff.
But
so would it be better if I finish talking like
that's the thing. It's been on and off. It hasn't been constant. If it was constant, then I would say something, but then you'd be fine again for a while. So we're just rolling.
Did we just pineapple my best gags here? Jesus Christ.
No, that was we heard all that.
All right. Thank you, Boomer Sooner. At least somebody will tell me. Hello. Mars Bars 805 says, Jeffrey, are the 8 officials from the Tuck Rule game? Go Raiders, and I'll take an 805, please, Randy. I don't know. What's Tony Corrente? What was his claim to fame or infamy? Let's see. He worked Super Bowl XLI, is what it says. We don't do Roman numerals around here. So
no.
Wasn't he the guy who put the card in between to measure that first down, where he took like an envelope, folded up, and put it in between there? Is that the guy?
See, now that's an official you want to keep around. That's a guy that you want to have around. Somebody that pays attention to detail.
Hefty Lefty says, so they survived the Spanish flu pandemic, but this bar called Ye Old Fighting Cocks couldn't survive this one. Sounds like they mismanaged some finances. What's going on there?
Maybe.
Yeah. Sad. Don't make me sad, people. I'm not reading more texts about that bar closing. Boogie says there are 2 Godfather's pizzas left in the Phoenix area. I'll be damned.
2.
I had no idea. All right. We must take a break. When we come back, we have On This Day in Big Georgia sports history and On This Day in Fed fan sports history. It's a special one for you guys today. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. What?
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2022 Winter Games. The United States men's hockey team begins group play tonight with a game against China. The American men haven't won a Winter Games medal in hockey since taking silver at the 2010 games in Vancouver. China, meanwhile, is playing in its first ever Winter Games. And if you're a hardcore hockey fan, you may recognize some of the names on their roster. 18 of the 25 players were born or grew up in North America and have played in China for at least the last 2 years to be eligible. The U.S. women's hockey team continues play tomorrow in the quarterfinals of their tournament against the Czech Republic. Other quarterfinal matchups pit Canada against Sweden, Finland against Japan, and Switzerland taking on ROC. And the Beijing Games has its first confirmed doping case as Iranian skier Hossein Sabeh Shemshaki has tested positive for steroids and has been banned from competition in what would have been his 3rd Winter Games. With this Winter Games update, I'm Ryan Radke, Westwood One Sports.
AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Dashboard light problems, we can help.
Our free Fix Finder service can read your check engine light, ABS light, and service indicator light, and give you possible solutions verified by licensed technicians. You'll even get detailed results sent straight to your email so you have them when you need it most. It's the most complete free warning light report backed by technician verified fixes. The free Fix Finder service, only at AutoZone.
AutoZone.
More details at AutoZone.com.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
Doug.
Check it out, Limu, a roadside carnival.
Step right up, folks. Test your strength. Come see the fire-breathing baby.
Let's fan out and tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Look, an Emu wearing sunglasses.
Limu, you're famous. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You feel that? It's finally happening. It's starting to get cooler. Is it time to start wearing sweaters? No. It's time to call Harman Solar. See, if you install solar now, you get to enjoy huge savings next summer, up to 85% off your monthly bill. That means with zero down and no payments for 12 months, you can put that AC at whatever temperature you like year-round. Call Harman Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmansolar.com.
This is your Wendy's wake-up call. Start your day with a better breakfast and get a free drink with any of our morning-making breakfast sandwiches. That's your favorite drink in a Wendy's cup, free. Fresh brewed coffee, free. Diet Coke, free. Vanilla Frosty-Chino, that's cold brew plus Frosty Creamer plus free. So don't sleep on this deal. Get any size drink in a Wendy's cup free when you buy any breakfast sandwich. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's. On the card only. Offer valid upon request on lowest priced qualifying item. Not valid for third-party delivery.
1580 The Fanatic and at 1580thefanatic.com.
Your home for sports.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, Super Bowl right around the corner here. And with the Rams taking on the Bengals to celebrate, FanDuel Sportsbook hooking up all customers with a risk-free same-game parlay. New and existing customers can place any same-game parlay of 3 legs or more on the Super Bowl. And if you don't win, here's the important part. Listen up. FanDuel will refund you. Same-game parlays can buy multiple bets from the same game into one wager for bigger payouts. You can build your parlay your way with spreads, money lines, totals, Super Bowl props, a bunch more. For example, Joe Burrow over passing yards, Cam Akers over rushing yards, Odell Beckham Jr. anytime touchdown. Plus, you might have the Rams winning the Super Bowl. There's your 3-leg parlay. And if you win, you get the payout. If you lose, FanDuel's going to take care of you. Already have an account, just place your risk-free same-game parlay before the Super Bowl to qualify. New customers join today with promo code Randy1580, and you can enjoy 56-1 odds on either team to win the Super Bowl. You can turn a $5 bet into $280 cash. $280 cash, not credits. Promo code Randy1580 on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Remember, you got to be 21 or older, present in Arizona. A refund issued as a non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. Jeffrey, I hear in the background your helicopter has arrived a little early.
Yeah, it's about to actually, no, we wanted it early because when we take off, we want all the papers from the desk to fly up amongst all these peons who have to drive.
Okay.
I wish that were, now that I've made that joke and I'm getting glared at, I wish that was real. Lost Toby, I guess Lost Toby is here somewhere. He says, I see a helicopter. Is that Radio Ron getting airlifted?
No, it's Jeffrey's helicopter showing up to take him home.
Yeah. No, me and my helicopter, I'm a Radio Ron's designated driver. So the gas pedal works, but the brake only works if I get promised a raise. So that's how that car ride's going to go. Shall we do this? This is now Big George sends over on this date in Big George sports history every day. But today he spent something over that I thought, Well, gee whiz, that's something for Fed fans. So we don't have any special music for this, so we can just use the regular one for it. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time for On This Date in Fed fans sports history. Back in the year 1912, the U.S. Tennis Association amends the rules for men's singles championship play. The defending champion is required to play through the tournament instead of waiting for the tournament to produce a challenger. Back to me, Jeffrey.
What?
I think I just realized why we don't do On This Date in Fed fans sports history, because
the hell?
Tennis is boring. Well, to talk about. Watching it's fun, but it's just.
Well, I mean, I had all that bed left over. I could have gone with something different.
Yeah. I guess, I don't know if there's anything really interesting that happens in tennis, but let's try this now. Let's do it. It's time. This is a good one, actually. It's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1971, Satchel Paige became the first Negro League star selected to the Hall of Fame. The right-hander, the oldest player in the major leagues to make his big league debut at the age of 42 in 1948, became a legend during his professional career, which lasted from the 20s until 1965. Played with the Cleveland Indians, the St. Louis Browns, and the Kansas City Athletics. Back to you, Jeffrey. Yeah, Satchel Paige, always.
Yeah, what a pitcher.
Hell of a story there. Let's go ahead and get caught up here on the text line here before we go. Boogie says, we're talking about that bar that closed down in England. 1,229 years old was this bar, and because of the COVID, they had to end up shutting it down. It was called Ye Old Fighting Cocks. It had been around since the year 793, and it had a big rooster statue out front.
Yeah.
And Boogie says, Ye Old Fighting Cocks. That's a mouthful. Can someone save Fighting Cocks? I bet there's a lot of chicks that go there. They have the best cocktails.
Wow.
You're not kidding. Ye Old Fighting Cocks will be missed in England, but unless somebody opens that bar right back up, which is known to happen. So it's sad. Sad. So sad.
Wow.
All right. So let's talk about some NFL fines. We were talking about Jalen Ramsey earlier, and I asked, is this a guy you look at as a villain, or is this a guy you look as a hero? But I guess imagine that depends on who your team is. But Rams cornerback Jalen Ramsey got fined $15,000 for his actions in the NFC Championship game. $15,000 for unsportsmanlike conduct. He wasn't flagged during this, but I guess he was bullying a kicker. That was what it was. He was getting lippy and chippy with kicker Robbie Gould. And they got each other's faces. I don't know what was said, but it didn't seem like what I saw was worth $15,000.
It couldn't have been. I think that this is just the league's minimum. I forget what their minimum is. It might be the $15,000. So you just give it to him because he was in that guy's face.
So they have a minimum fine then?
But here's what doesn't make sense. You fine Jalen Ramsey for kind of getting a little pushy, little chippy with Robbie Gould. But then you look over at the other guy in the Rams, Ben Skowronek, who got fined for an illegal hit, $4,000. So a guy hits somebody, $4,000. Another guy goes, nanny, boo-boo, $15,000. These taunting rules are ridiculous, man.
They don't make any sense.
Well, Rich Eisen was a kicker, and I'm sure this has something to do with him. So now you know.
Rich Eisen was a kicker?
He was a kicker, punter, I think. Yeah, I believe that's what he said. When he played football in high school, he was a kicker or punter. I can't remember.
In high school.
Yeah, and so there you go. Now you know. Don't mess with the damn kickers. You're going to get a $15,000 fine.
It's just
so Jimmy. Go ahead.
The fine for an illegal hit should be more than the.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying. Jimmy Ward got fined $20,000 for unnecessary roughness. 49ers defender there. I guess he had a helmet-to-helmet hit on Odell Beckham Jr. So he got fined $20,000. Well, at least that is more in proportion. And then I guess, that was it for that. But Fred Warner did not get fined for his hit on Matthew Stafford. Remember when it was a turnover and he went in and hit him right in the helmet. And it didn't look like there was any other way than that being intentional. But I guess the NFL looked at it and said, no, that we're good here. It wasn't on purpose, whatever. And I don't know if it had to do with his apology where he says, "Oh, I would never do anything wrong like that. I would never do that." But
he had butted him.
Yeah,
he apologized for it.
Yeah,
But,
I still
mean,
think
still,
still,
I
man.
think that even if he's truly sorry and didn't do it intentionally, and I don't know, I believe him. He's been a stand-up guy in his career. You're still being reckless, and they should fine you for that.
No, I don't know apologies. I mean, well, it got me out of trouble as a kid when I would do stuff to my little sister. Apologize. I'm sorry. No, say it nice. I guess Fred Warner figured that out, with the NFL. Tyreek Hill, he got fined $10,300 for taunting a Bills defender with peace sign. Remember, we saw that. He didn't get flagged for it, but he should have, because that was this whole thing with taunting was about Tyreek Hill. And yet there he goes. He got away with that. Eli Apple got fined for taunting Ryan Tannehill back, earlier on. He got fined $5,556 on that. But so there you go. That's all the damn fines from the NFL. None of them seem to make any sort of sense. And whatever this fella over here is yelling, it makes absolutely no sense. So 888-368-1580. That is the text line. King Kittens.
Okay, I really don't.
Says, hey, Keon, Greg Robinson got popped with almost 40 pounds of pot.
What?
I don't know. That's just what King Kittens wanted to say. That Greg Robinson got popped with 40 pounds of pot.
Okay.
Did my text machine just go into a time loop where that mattered? I don't know what you're talking about, King.
Greg Robinson?
I don't know. Here it is again. Lost Toby says Greg Robinson getting charged with 8 felony counts.
Okay. It is a little interesting. I wasn't aware of this story. He plays for the Browns. He's offensive lineman. $120,000 worth of pot.
What the hell's he doing?
FedFan says, just when I was going to say thanks for the tennis history, Jeffrey then ruins the moment for me. I should have changed the channel 15 minutes ago. But you never will. You never will. And I was just kidding. I mean, but okay, be honest. That piece of history about tennis wasn't interesting, but you will tell me if there are some. How's that, FedFan? King Kitten says, hey, Randy, back in the 60s next week. That's the rumor. Oh, really? Is it going to get another cool down, Randy?
I didn't see any cool down into the 60s, but you never know. I mean, when it comes to weather, it's very unpredictable.
Mars Bars 805 says the index card game was Raiders at Cowgirls, and he says go Raiders. So was that Correnti? Is that the guy? Big Kev says Jeffrey, Randy, Keon, pour every single alcoholic beverage you have in the sound bites in memory of ye old fighting cocks. Again, we only do those things on request. Boomer Sooner said, but the whole thing moved again. It says Jeffrey, can't wait to see you and the crew on Radio Row at LA Convention Center before the Super Bowl. That'll be awesome. I'm not doing it. You know that. We're going to be out here at the Waste Management Phoenix Open, guys. Hefty Lefty says the brunette walking by in white golf shorts should get fined for being that good looking. Oh, is Hefty Lefty here? Wave, Hefty Lefty, if you're out. I can't see you. Yeah, I'm not looking. I'm looking at my screen right now. Big George says, I too am sad about the demise of ye old fighting cocks. Gone too soon. Yes. Hey, Randy.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't keep pouring all those drinks.
Well, I mean, look at that. On Monday, it's 81. Tuesday, 73. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's back into the 60s.
He wasn't lying.
Wasn't lying.
Stop pouring the drinks, though. These people are going to have a hard enough time trying to even get out of the parking lot without peeing their pants. We don't need to do this to these people. Hey, how about we spin the wheel of sports? We haven't done that in a while.
All right.
All right, we'll spin the wheel of sports. We'll see about what we talk about next. The Wheel of Sports has also some sports trivia stuff on it. I guess the current water speed record is 318 miles an hour. I guess an Australian guy set that in 1978. And the reason nobody's broke it is since then, everybody who's tried to break it has died.
Oh, boy.
In fact, since 1940, people trying to break or set that record have an 85% fatality rate.
Oh, man.
So if you know that is what's happening, do you try it? Why do you try it? Why would you do that? 318 miles an hour on a boat. Ain't that enough?
Because it's there.
I
Yeah,
guess
that's not a mountain for me.
no.
I'm going to die on that mountain.
Yeah, if the odds are 85% that I'm dead doing something, I think that's pretty solid stat that discourages me from going forward.
So I actually, when I was reading this, I don't have my proper glasses on, and I thought it said everybody tried to break the record had an 85% fertility rate. And I thought, well, no, that's a lot of the guys leaving the Phoenix Open with their gals is probably what that's more about. Spin the wheel, Randy. CBS used artificially produced bird sounds in their golf coverage until 2000, when a bird expert noticed the noises didn't match the birds that lived in the area and exposed the scam.
Oh, no.
The ornithologists strike again.
You know,
damn ornithologists!
gotta ruin that for everybody. Those were nice bird sounds. I mean,
it just helps the ambience. It's a show. It's a show. Let it be a show.
it ain't right, man. It ain't right. I don't know. Boomer says Death Wish. Okay. Lost Toby says if you pour them all out, then you'll have a pee bottle. Okay, shut up. Hefty Lefty says I'm not there. I was just throwing out an educated guess. That was well done, Hefty Lefty. King of Kitten says they say Bob Saget hit his head, didn't think anything of it, went to bed and died. Is that really how Bob Saget died? This show got real weird at the end, didn't it? Just
oddly dark.
Yeah.
Well, no, it is getting darker. That's true.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for us. We'll be back in your radios again tomorrow at 3 p.m. But listen, broadcasting live out here at the Waste Management Phoenix Open tomorrow morning. Bruce Jacobs and Dale Hellstray will be here broadcasting. Then Big Steve, the main event, will be on at 1 p.m. And yes, the Daily Blender will be back for your ear holes at 3 p.m. Everybody, please drive safe out there. Take it easy, and we will see you tomorrow. Home of Super Bowl 56. This is 1580, The Fanatic.
The NFL season all comes down to this. Super Bowl 56. To celebrate, FanDuel Sportsbook is hooking all customers up with a risk-free same-game parlay. New and existing customers can place any same-game